opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear. Cause Ryder was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verse? Let's do this the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots. His stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Call him Ryder, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike. Got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's the type women wanna be with, and rappers hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, this is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and give 100%. Forget Mike. Nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note, he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those other fellas he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, but not even trying. How do they do this? Is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
Welcome in on a wonderful Wednesday. Justin, Acri, Phil, Elson, and Moose. Thanks for being with us in the zone. Sorry about the late start. We are efforting some things. But we're happy to be with you, and I'm glad that you could be with us. I'm glad we could all hang out together today. So what's happening? What is going on?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sad.
What about?
No soccer today. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to watch Wimbledon. That's what I'm doing. It's okay.
When was the last day we didn't have a FIFA? I can't even believe I feel like this.
I know, it is weird. I'm surprised you're that upset about it.
Well, I've enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
I don't want to be outdoors when I'm done with the show. It's too hot. I want to be inside. I want to hang out. I want to watch something.
Yeah.
And, so
I've got to get you a hobby.
I have some hobbies. It's just it's not the kind of thing that's keeping me outdoors at the moment.
Why do you have to be outdoors?
I don't need to be outdoors. I mean, I'm enjoying. That's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying the time indoors. I'm enjoying doing what it is that I'm doing.
What are your hobbies?
But so much of it right now revolves around at least 2 soccer matches a day.
You want to come on my lawn today? I mean, if you're desperate
Who
for
are you,
something
Judge
to
Smales?
Do. I mean, I just don't know if you're asking for something to do. I want to help.
I'm sure I can find something to do.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted, especially after 2 entertaining matches yesterday, one that we watched while we were on the air.
Yeah.
One that I watched at home between hobbies, and don't have that today.
Are you going to tell us what these are?
The hobbies?
Yeah. All right.
Gardening.
Yep.
There is some gardening, yes. That's absolutely true. Moose saw it when he dropped me off yesterday,
Greenery.
I think.
Prove it. You need to come over and mow my lawn. Congratulations to Argentina and Switzerland. Knocked out Colombia in PKs yesterday. That was interesting. I got done... I spent some time yesterday on the golf course, and right when I was getting done, I walked into the pro shop, and there was my boy Kerry Maddox and company. They were sitting there watching the PKs. I was like, well, looky there. What a time to walk in.
Again, PK's not the best way to end things, but kind of cool after a 0-0 game. You're like, okay, well, at least I know I'm getting some drama now.
I circled around to being okay with finishing games with penalty kicks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but based on the idea that the average soccer player, the average footballer, runs over 8 miles per game.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Do we really think that this thing is going to keep going on after another 30 minutes of extra time, and you're just going to keep going and going until there's some golden goal, when basically after another 2 hours, you're just going to have guys dragging their teammates down the field?
Yeah, they're already cramping by the end of 120.
I'm
There's
cramping
always
right
some
now.
dudes. laying down and getting hurt. So you're right.
It's a Would You Rather Wednesday, or not Would You Rather Wednesday. How about a What the Hell Wednesday? Would You Rather is one we used to do. Would you rather? I think one of the first ones we ever did when Nathan Christian was with me. Would You Rather Wednesday was, how about that for a brain fart? Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? And I wanted fly without any hesitation, but I got outvoted pretty significantly.
I want to fly. First of all, if you can fly, you can shorten your trips that you have to take.
Yeah.
So easily. I mean, all the drives that I make up to Fayetteville,
Right.
I would cut those things in half just with the ability to fly.
I don't know how fast you could go, but let's just say you could fly, super speed, like Superman speed.
It's like people say, as the crow flies. You could actually travel as the crow flies finally.
We were looking for Bali on a map because I've got some friends in Bali right now, Moose. And you could go there right now. Like, you could be there in like 5 minutes.
And wouldn't have to take a boat?
Right. You just have to, and hopefully you'd be strong enough to carry, I just get a backpack probably, right? You wouldn't want to hold anything while you're flying in case you drop it.
Yeah, or
you wouldn't have super strength. You could just fly. Like the great American hero.
That's fine. That's fine with me. I do not need. All right, so then what are the positives of being invisible?
You could steal.
I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that.
You could see people naked. I mean, I
I can
think
do that already.
it's very
Invisible stuff is used more. It seems like it's used more for
nefarious
evil purposes.
Yeah, way more nefarious items or options than.
I am not nefarious. Nathan Christian is nefarious.
Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, he used to be. The new Nathan Christian's not. Maybe new Nathan Christian would fly. I'll have
I
to
hope
ask
that
him.
gets back to him.
Flying would be awesome. I've always thought that would be cool. I mean, you guys probably have dreams where you can fly. I've had more dreams where I can breathe underwater.
I don't
You're a
have
fish?
powers in my dreams.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Well,
That sounds awesome.
I also can't fight at all. My punches go like this.
That's what I have too. And I don't.
But I can breathe underwater. It's amazing.
I don't fly in my dreams, Justin, but I do have recurring dreams of flying off a bridge in a car,
Oh, wow.
like driving off a mountain. I've had these recurring dreams.
That's
since,
a bad one.
since before I could drive.
That's freaky.
So it's almost like, is this telling me something for years later down the line? I don't know.
That's not a good way to go out, I can tell you that
It
much.
would be quick.
Yeah, I guess.
It'd be
Alone in the car?
I do like roller coasters.
No, the
feels-
family of four, but not his.
It feels like I'm alone, but I don't know if I am.
Are you Thelma or Louise? Yeah.
I'm Brad Pitt.
Duh.
He wasn't in the car when they went over the cliff.
Well,
He got what he came for, and then he bolted.
it's who I'd want to be.
I also think
We all want to be
that
Brad Pitt.
there are ways you can negate the invisibility real quick. You get hit with paint, you're toast. You get somebody throws a shirt on you.
But
something
they have,
like
they have
that.
to they have to know you're there.
Well, I know, but if you're trying to fight somebody, like once you lay a punch down, they kind of figured you out. I also think an automatic weapon. You're just chop across the way, you'll catch him.
I think the easiest thing to do would be, or the best thing about it would be you could walk out with money. Like you could just walk into a bank and pick up cash.
Nefariousness.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's nefarious for sure.
Well,
You're
is
going
the
to
money
invisible person's jail at some point.
is the money invisible?
No,
So it's a floating backpack. They still know where you are.
that's a great point.
See, this backfires so much easier.
I
You gotta be naked.
I got an out. You roll it up in a wad and you put it in your mouth.
And you
Yummy.
you can
Or-
keister some, yeah.
You could keister some, exactly. That's how I hide my weed now.
But that's not enough. Like if your superpower is that you want to go steal with it, you're getting like a couple of wads of hundreds tops each time.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know how much room I got in there. Anyway,
Oh, goodness gracious.
so
There was a Would You Rather Wednesday.
it turned into one. Anyway, What the Hell Wednesday coming up later. We've got the Red White Report brought to you by UAMS Health Ortho Now. We will talk about the games from yesterday a little bit. We've got a soccer guest coming up here. Phil, tell me about Anthony Christensen.
Anthony Christensen from Whole Hog Sports covers Arkansas soccer, but also is a soccer fan.
That's
And-
his whole thing? That's his whole beat?
No, he covers also for the basketball. He covers basketball too. So I mean,
Men's or women's?
It's a multiple beat. It's both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So, but he's a good writer, and somebody to bring on to talk about some of the soccer matches that we've been watching and preview this round of 8. This is not an Elite 8; it's a round of 8.
Sure. If you want to join us today, you know
Trademark.
the phone number. It's 501-661-1037. And if you didn't know it, it's still 501-661-1037. We also have our text line, which is the same number. That's brought to you by Middleton Heat and Air and Rainbow Restoration, presenting our live fan feedback through our Listen Live button if you would like to be a part of that. So yesterday, again, Argentina down 2-0 to Egypt and then came back with 3 unanswered goals to win and advance. And for Switzerland, even more dramatic, they won in PKs, as we already told you. And if you missed it, here's how it sounded on the broadcast.
And he does score! Ruben Vargas! And Switzerland head to Kansas City to meet Messi and Argentina.
Now, that would be a fun game to be at, and that'll be the final game in Kansas City, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, they had a 32 game and a 16 game, I believe. So that's it for them. But that was cool. So we like Argentina, I assume.
There's some controversy in Argentina advancing. I don't know if y'all saw
If you're
this.
Egyptian,
Yeah.
tell me about it.
I didn't see what happened, why this goal got
And if we did see
Got
it, we
called
saw
back.
it 3 minutes after Moose did.
right. We're expecting you to detail things that happened while we're on the air. It was literally 60 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
What was it?
They Argentina got fouled on the opposite end of the field. Not called. Egypt advanced it, had a great run, went and scored. Guy took his shirt off, which is an automatic yellow. The yellow card stood. The goal did not stand. They go back and VAR reviews the foul in the defensive end, in Egypt's defensive end on Argentina. They decide to call that a foul now, and then they disallow the goal. This also, a very similar play happens later when Argentina go to score. They don't review an Egypt potential foul
This is getting
in the
checked up.
box. In the box that could have been a penalty. They don't review that. They go and they score. Argentina gets their goal with zero VAR review there.
Okay. So the Egyptians are unhappy.
The Egyptians are unhappy. A lot of people are unhappy. They're calling them Vargentina. They are
Wow.
saying FIFA stands for the International Federation of Football for Argentina. They are they showed Infantino's when Messi's penalty kick got saved early on. He actively is disappointed. He's showing favoritism, basically. The people are not super pumped about that one.
Okay. More controversial or less controversial than the Balogun ruling? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they're negating goals like in real time, and
Okay.
they're not using the same system both ways for both teams in the Argentina-Egypt game. So that was a little disappointing for sure.
It's really not fair.
I mean, the coach came right out. Just basically came out
full
and
drama.
said they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they want Messi to continue. Maybe they want Argentina to defend their championship.
He was so dramatic on the field every game, and then after the game, he went nuts too. Why isn't there any fairness in sport? I do not want to try to put it nicely here with beautiful wording. We have been treated unfairly today. We have suffered injustice.
How do you say boo-hoo in Egyptian?
I don't know why. Perhaps all of this is entirely the result of a marketing strategy for the World Cup's commercial success for Messi to continue on here.
It's just
Oh,
like
boy.
a Sunday morning after college football Saturdays.
Oh,
No
yeah.
doubt. U.S. game against Belgium in the round of 16 set a record as the most watched soccer telecast in the United States history.
Oh, good. I'm glad we had the most eyes ever on that one.
Right.
Fox said 30 million people watched the game, 4-1 win, obviously. Fox said the audience peaked at more than 36.8 million people between 9:15 and 9:30. Well, many of us turned it off by then. Topped the previous mark of the U.S.-Bosnia game. I told you I wasn't going to have to say that name again. Watched by 26.4 million. Soccer record still a long way short of the most watched Super Bowl, which has an average of 127.7 million. Anyway, still, lots of people paying attention.
Worldwide, the numbers are bigger, right?
I'm sure.
That's for the U.S., yeah.
But that also, to me, just also goes to show of how much of a lost opportunity that the way they played was.
Yeah.
If you really want to grow the game, you really want to keep fans engrossed in American soccer, because I think they're going to be engrossed in this World Cup, you had to have a better match than that. You had to play better. You had to give them more to root for. And that, to me, is just, to me, that number is more about a lost opportunity than, wow, all these people tuned in.
What's our question
yeah.
today?
Question of the day is, what will happen first? USMNT makes FIFA semis, or an American man wins the Wimbledon championship? Problem is, I'm trying to put a poll together here, Justin. An American man wins Wimbledon is more
Done.
than 25 characters. And USA man sounds too
Just-
much like Florida man, so I'm
just
trying
say
to figure out how
Wimbledon
to write
winner.
this.
If Wimbledon winner fits, or you could just say Wimbledon or World Cup.
What happens first for for the Americans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very simple. So our matchups are as follows. We'll have France and Morocco tomorrow. That game is at 4 p.m. Is that Central Time? Let me look at this. No, that's 3 p.m. Central, sorry. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Friday, you get at 2 o'clock the Spain-Belgium game, which would have been the United States, unfortunately. Switzerland and Argentina play Saturday at 8 p.m. And Norway and England, which that might be the most interesting game to me.
For sure.
Is at 4 o'clock on Saturday as well. So, yeah.
This Argentina-Switzerland match will be really interesting because I know Switzerland's got the reputation of being a defensive-oriented team, but I saw them attack when they wanted to yesterday in extra time, and Argentina kind of feels like it's Messi and 10 other guys. So you don't look for an upset. I could see an upset there.
Switzerland's tough to beat, period. They just kind of stick around, and they've done this in every World Cup. It would be cool to see if France beats Morocco and Switzerland beats Argentina, then it's 4 European teams. So we're for sure getting England in, and what was the other matchup? I think the other one is a set European matchup. Belgium.
Spain,
yes, right. So, yeah. So we're getting at least 2 European teams in there. It could be all 4.
it's interesting.
I will say Colombia probably would have given Argentina a better run just because they know each other better.
Okay.
They're playing in qualifying and stuff all the time.
It's 10:23 again. If you want to join us, 501-661-1037. Ryan O'Hearn in the news. Pittsburgh Pirate, 3 home runs, finished with a franchise record, which is crazy to me. 10 RBI. Pirates drilled the Braves 12-4 Tuesday night.
Double-digit RBI total for one game is more rare than a perfect game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. First baseman made it easy for Paul Skeens, who could use the help, frankly, of late. He's now 7-8.
Yeah. It was the first win for Pittsburgh in a Skeens start in, I think it was 9 starts.
Yeah, almost 2 months, it says.
That's crazy. You say that look, wins and losses for a pitcher, like his record, don't matter like it used to matter, but you need to win the games that the guy starts, at least.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's the case, right? It's better that people are paying attention to the run support they're getting. That's a bigger deal. They should.
No, I think wins and losses for a pitcher shouldn't. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just it doesn't matter as much as it used to. It used to matter a lot more on pitchers through more innings than they do.
I like that stat more than I like win-loss record for starting quarterbacks. Which, again, they're very responsible for the outcome of games. Maybe more so than a pitcher in some cases because they go the whole game. But I don't like that stat. It's too much of a team game.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, exactly.
Goalies get wins and losses in the NHL. There isn't any of that in the NBA. It's just the team's record, basically.
Right.
There's always like one guy. They don't do this in soccer. Nobody points to the keeper's record in goal.
No.
We also have something interesting happening. Tyler Tolbert, if you haven't been following his story.
This is ridiculous.
He's the 9-hitter for the Royals. He is a career 247 hitter in 85 at-bats, and he is on a record 12 consecutive plate appearance hit streak.
Well, it just ended in his last at-bat last night.
Okay.
He was 5 for 6 yesterday.
He's the first in the expansion era from 1961 on to record a hit in 12 consecutive plate appearances.
That feels low, too.
12?
Yeah, that feels low.
12 hits in a row? No, that's a lot.
That's 12 consecutive plate appearances.
Yeah, it's not like you get a walk, it negates it.
Sure.
That's just ridiculous. And the idea that he is the first player since 1970, when Roberto Clemente did it, to have back-to-back 5-hit games. Here's the difference. Like in 1970, Roberto Clemente had something like 2,600 career base hits. I think Tyler Tolbert might have had 15 career major league hits before this stretch.
He had 85 at-bats.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
This is a guy at the beginning of his career, it was just like, all right.
This is Jeremy Lin-like.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Nobody ever hears about him.
Yeah.
And then, so how long did Linsanity last?
About a month.
Right. And these sort of streaks.
It's fun, though.
This is somebody that was 7 for 33 for the Royals. He's a career 260-some hitter in the minor leagues. He is just as potentially ready to go 0 for his next 12 as he is to go 4 for his next 12. It's wild. And it was only 3 infield hits, too, out of those 12, and he's a real speedster.
By the way, our question of the day can be shut down pretty quickly if Fritz holds on here or comes back and wins, I guess, against Zverev, and then wins in the semis and then wins the championship on Sunday.
When's the last American to win at Wimbledon?
Roddick never won there, did he?
No, I don't think so.
I think he made a final, but I don't think he ever won. I mean, there are a few good solid American players. He's a 6 seed. I mean,
Sampras in 2000.
That's amazing.
okay, so it's been a quarter of a century. That's incredible.
Andy Roddick lost to Federer in 2009 in the final.
Okay.
No wonder I don't really ever watch tennis.
We all watch women's tennis more, I think. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I do.
I don't watch much tennis, and I mean, I think a lot of that has to do with like available time and where my mind is focused on. But
What are you doing at 8 a.m. Sunday morning? That's
I'll
when the
be
men's,
awake. I'd like to say I'm sleeping, but I know that's not
the
true.
men's final will be on. And same thing on
Might
Saturday
as
for
well.
the women. Yeah, heck
but
yeah.
I'm not good. Do you watch? So when you wake up and you're going to watch something, that's early in the morning. For
I
me for
never
watching
turn
sports.
the TV on
Do
in the
you-
morning.
Do you get out of bed to watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm up by then.
How many people
even
watch
on the weekend?
sports in bed?
Oh, I
Not
do.
many.
I do. If it's the morning one, I do.
Huh.
Like if you're going to get into the English Premier League because you love the World Cup, you're going to be watching these matches on Saturdays and Sundays at, I think, 7 or 8 a.m.
Yeah, first games sometimes are at 6.
Great way to have your weekend.
I don't
Yeah,
like to wake
then
up
you
and
go
turn my
9 and
TV
11.
on at all.
I don't either. But I guess
I prefer to look at my little tiny screen next to me when I wake up.
Yeah,
it's very
exactly.
comforting,
Not
that
the big
blue
screen,
light,
the
isn't
little
it?
one.
You know what I normally do when I wake up? I drag my ass out of bed first thing. And then I go,
I should.
why didn't I charge my watch last night? Damn it.
The first thing I do is I look at the clock and I go, ugh.
That's what I did this morning, but then I got up anyway.
So you do know in the men you're getting at least Joker or Sinner.
Yeah.
So you're getting either the world number 1 or you're getting Novak.
Why
which
do you
is
say that?
big.
We don't know that yet because we're not to the semis yet.
They're in the semis.
Oh, good point.
So one of them's going to advance.
They're playing each other?
They're playing each other, yeah.
Yeah, how about Djokovic yesterday? If you missed it, he played a match that was 5 hours and 15 minutes long. At his advanced age, that's a long time. At anybody's age, that's a long time.
These are kind of moments that I still play tennis for, for sure. You know, I was telling the kids to go to sleep after the fourth, but they didn't want to listen. And I'm glad they stayed because it was honestly one of the best matches I was part of on this court in my career. And yeah, what was your question?
That'll be good. Look forward to that. The semis are Friday, so we'll see what time they play. I'm assuming it'll be during the show.
I would say I'll set my alarm for Sunday, but I don't need one. I'll already be up.
For sure. FanDuel in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, available right here in the state of Arkansas if you haven't heard. And on the biggest stage for soccer, it is also available, and there are lots of options on wagering. FanDuel and Oaklawn Sports, a winning combination, changing the soccer game with a feature built for soccer fans because sometimes your player gets subbed out and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch, creating chances for you to get paid. And the next they're heading to the bench, but not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your player gets subbed out, your bet stays in. Yes, you heard me right. When your player goes out, your bet automatically continues with the sub. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into stoppage time, it makes no difference. It goes until the final whistle. FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel's in partnership with Oaklawn Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. You got to be 21 and up and present in Arkansas to wager. See details at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is SportsCenter.
The quarterfinals in the World Cup are set as the round of 16 wrapped up yesterday. In Game 1 of yesterday's matches, Argentina had an all-time great comeback from down 2-0 at the 78-minute mark, going on to score 3 goals in the next 13 minutes to stun Egypt. This was the latest a team had ever trailed by 2 goals and come back to win without needing extra time. In Game 2, Switzerland and Colombia were tied 0-0 all the way until penalty shootouts where Switzerland won 4-3. The last time they appeared in the quarterfinals was 1954. Argentina and Switzerland will face off on Saturday. There will be no games today. The quarterfinals will get started tomorrow with Morocco and France. Friday we'll see Spain and Belgium play. Then on Saturday, the final quarterfinal games will see Norway take on England as well as the aforementioned Argentina and Switzerland game. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network. Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours for just a little too cheap or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
You're back in the zone, a place filled with sports, fun, knowledge, and sarcasm. Now, let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
Otra vez Messi, se desvía la pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi. ¡Gol! ¡Argentino! Que este equipo no te va a dejar tirado, dijo un día Messi. Que está viejo, que tiene 39, viejos son los trapos. Que está fundido. ¿Quién? El relator. Messi. Messi rescató el partido por ahora de Argentina. Argentina. Egipto 2.
Oh my goodness. That was the Telemundo call of Messi's lone goal yesterday. I would like to hear the call of him getting his kick blocked on the penalty kick. But anyway, I mean, after you do like the third one where you can't get it out, don't you just go, all right, we'll move on?
Have you ever lost your voice on a call before?
Yeah.
He had another 10 minutes a game to go.
I mean, that was bad.
And another goal to call later.
That was rough.
I don't know if he got anything left in the tank.
He's got reserves for all the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But
I give the guy credit. Yeah,
it sounded like he ran out of the reserves for a moment.
Well, I respect the passion, but I mean, come on, dude. And also, here's the thing. It's become like a cliche to do the whole goal thing, but it's like, you're not describing anything. You're not telling me anything.
Well, he might have. I don't speak Spanish.
Well, he did afterwards, eventually, yes. After he did goal like 6 times. Anyway, doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I just know that was an odd call, and it was kind of funny. Anyway.
What matters is that Argentina just basically turned it on when they wanted to. If you and I watching it, you could see there was just a different intensity they were creating, and it felt like there was nothing Egypt could do to stop them. I don't know if that continues in the next round, though. It's so tough to just flip the switch.
For 30 years, Alan LeVar and his team have been helping injury victims across Arkansas. So when you hear hurt in a car, call LeVar. That's what it means. You call them, and they help you, and it's a no-brainer. You talk to real lawyers who know Arkansas, not a call center, and they will deal with the insurance company so you don't have to, so they can get you maximum dollar because, well, frankly, you deserve it. And if you can't get to them, they will come to you. Your consultation's free. It's confidential. And there's no fee unless they win, which is my favorite part of the whole thing with Alan LeVar and his team. For 3 decades plus, they are ready when you need them. LeVar, Law, Injury, and Accident Lawyers, Arkansas, built, Arkansas, trusted. And the phone number is 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 and online at levarlaw.com. That's Levar law.com. And, again, if you're hurt in a car, you know who to call. It's Alan. Well, LeVar. That rhymes. Anyway. Some texts from our friends at Middleton Heat and Air, Phil.
Yeah, the would you rather. There's a lot of people that have opinions about this. First, we got a text on this goal call. Couldn't tell if the broadcaster was excited because if he needed Gabe Pectate or both. It was a kind of an uneasy call, I guess.
He needed a lozenge at minimum.
Billy says with the U.S. out, England is his team now. They're deep. They're exciting to watch. Looking at their roster, they play professionally. They're sneaky loaded. Is it sneaky loaded? Because I think they're the number 4 team in the world rankings. I'm not sure how sneaky that would be. It's just that they haven't won the thing since '64.
Yeah, and it just means like a ton to them. They want to very badly. They had some questionable call-ups, like some questionable additions to the roster, especially in the midfield. But yes, they do have some depth. And they're finding ways to win even when they don't look good, too.
501 asks me, would you rather hear Bubba say fair pull or foul pull? I think you know the answer to that one. Honestly, maybe that could be my superpower. Instead of flying or turning invisible, if I could just get him to agree with me on fair pull for the remainder of his life, that would do it. That would be enough.
You're fighting a losing battle. Whether you're right or wrong is not relevant, but you're fighting a losing battle.
That's the hill I will die on, though.
Well, that's fine. Just fly. That's dumb, though. That's a dumb thing to have instead. Anyway.
Let's see. Talking about your prison wallet right off the bat is wild. Not what I expected to hear today. So I learned what a prison wallet is. Thank
Here's
you
my
very
thing.
much.
If I'm stuffing $100 bills in there, I'll make room, is my point.
Okay.
We'll get up to the jejunum. I got room. I'm trying to get cash, dog.
We'll do a test. Next day of no sports, we'll do a test.
Carry on.
Try this test. Another text out of the 501. Guys, you obviously haven't been invisible before. You keep your debit card in your butt crack.
Your prison wallet. Yeah.
My debit card doesn't do any good if I don't have stolen money to put in my account. Duh. Now you feel stupid, don't you?
Sticking one of those chips in there either.
I'm with Phil. Being able to fly. Because the thing is, too, you would be a super athlete. Like, you would score a touchdown on every play. It's like, I can't tackle him. It's like, why? Well, he's flying. Yeah. He's literally flying.
Being invisible is countered too easily.
Yeah.
Being invisible also doesn't mean that you're not there. You're physically still, like, you can still bump into somebody. It's not like you can just avoid them. Somebody may accidentally trip into you, and the next thing you know, they know someone's there.
I think you could be an assassin. It'd be a great job if the money was right. It'd be easy. Now, you could hide a gun under your armpit or something or wherever, and you could sneak into a room and you could assassinate somebody if that was something that you were inclined to do.
God, imagine, but you'd have to keister something new every day.
You don't have to keister everything. You can carry
otherwise
your armpit.
It's floating.
No, your armpit, under your armpit.
All we're trying to do here is make life easier.
My point is that I can't think of too many applications where being invisible would be helpful outside of being nefarious.
Agreed. You could see a lot of free movies.
Yeah. You'd save a lot of money on clothes. There's your upside.
Yep.
You still have to have shoes, and you're exposed to the elements. So I guess you'd still need clothes
at
too.
all times.
Yeah, or whatever.
Save money on clothes, haircuts,
if your
diet shots, whatever.
If your invisibility transfers to what you're touching, whole new ball game. But I don't think it does.
Okay, well, for argument's sake, does that change anything? It doesn't for me.
100%.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
I still want to fly.
Because you still have clothes on. You can touch stuff that you want. Think about it like at the movies. You could just walk in. If there's an empty seat, you take it.
That's true.
You eat your food. You're not floating popcorn around. You're just taking it. I think that's great.
You're just taking people's snacks right there. Again, nefarious.
Yes, nefarious, but not hurting people or not, stealing.
All the
strongly.
good people on earth need something to answer with here.
Yeah.
and it's flying. Basically what it comes down to. Jake says, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Good.
This person says teleportation. That's not an option, but yeah, that would be cool.
But that's coming. Eventually, we're all going to be able to do that.
There's no way. That announcer only has to do that at most 2 to 3 times a game. Hell, all the football TV guys do it for a first down. They do get very excited about things sometimes.
No, that's not true. They're not going first down.
I think he's saying they oversell it. Maybe.
Well, you know what he does? It's like, you know what you are famous for? It's like Berman with the back. It's like putting Chris Berman on play-by-play for the home run derby.
Or the what?
You just want to hear, the greatest hits.
Right.
He has a greatest hit. Is there another one? Is there another call that he's famous for, that he's known for?
Who?
Besides goal.
Andres Cantor. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to insult the man because he's a legend for a reason. But is there another phrase? Is there something else?
I wouldn't know it.
I wouldn't know it either.
I wouldn't either. Got a text here. Live fan feedback from our friends at Rainbow Restoration from Jay. He says, when this soccer crap is over, I'll probably be back. For now, I'm joining most of your other previous listeners and listen to some music. Have fun with it. We are. What would you like us to talk about? Jay Huff? What do you mean? What do you want me to get into, buddy? I'm happy to do it.
And all the listeners are gone? Oh, man. Who's texting in?
Yeah, we could talk about Razorback football if you want.
Fun.
Listen, we're only a couple weeks away from Media Days.
It's coming. There are Media Days right now happening for the Big 12.
I just thank God that we have Wimbledon and World Cup right now. I'm sorry that I'm excited about that because there's just not much else going on right now.
Well, it is the main conversation, I think, for sports across the country at the moment.
I do want to talk about this Big 12 thing on the other side of the break. It is a bizarre story that you were telling me about, and the numbers just do not make sense. And the Big 12 commissioner has been very defensive of Sorsby. He should be defensive of this deal that they made.
Yeah, I keep thinking of, we did a yard sale at Raywinder Field a year after the Travelers moved over to Dickey-Stevens Park. And when I wrote the press release for it, Bill Valentine told me to put in the press release up in the actual secondary headline, anything not nailed down, we will sell. That, to me, is the Big 12 right now.
Yeah.
And they'll sell the things that are nailed down eventually, too.
Well, it's fine to sell anything that's not nailed down, but you should get a good price for it. Mm-hmm. And if you're not getting the proper price, well, that's stupid. The opposite of that is doing something very intelligent, like going to Gwatney Chevrolet. I got a chance to spend some time with a few of the guys from Gwatney yesterday and talk to them, hang out with them a little bit. Good folks. That's the best thing about Gwatney. I mean, again, look, you can buy a car from a lot of different people, but wouldn't you rather buy from people who are going to be awesome to you during the sale and then great to you after the sale? And they're trying to make sure that you drive away with a smile on your face and you're happy and you got a good deal. That's what they're there for. And they've been doing it since 1957. That's why people go back again and again. Now, some of the promotions we've been talking about have ended, but the good thing is, if you're a Silverado shopper, you need to head there because they're doing the $250 gift card with the purchase of any new Silverado all July long. $250 on the purchase of a new Silverado. So celebrate 250 years of America with a new Silverado from Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville, or call 501-982-2102. Chevrolet, together let's drive, and drive on out to Jacksonville and trade in your car, get top dollar for that, and get yourself a new Silverado and a $250 gift card. Not a bad deal.
What's up, guys? It's official. The Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour is coming to a city near you. 22 cities across the U.S.,
including yours. Sunday, July 12th in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Simmons Bank Arena.
A brand new tour, brand new battle, bigger and better than ever.
Dude Perfect in North Little Rock on July 12th.
Squad Games is officially coming into arenas.
Tickets and information at dudeperfect.com/tour.
The two best words in sports, Game 7.
The Honda Ride Red and Save Green sales event is happening at Honda Russellville. Get more done with a Pioneer 700 or 1000 side-by-side. Swing a leg over a dependable 4Trax Rancher ATV. Take your crew in a 4-seat Pioneer 704 or 5-seat Pioneer 1005. Bonus bucks on select models plus low-rate financing for qualified buyers. Visit HondaRussellville.com. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and close the side nets and doors when operating a side-by-side. Honda side-by-sides and ATVs are for riders 16 and older.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built in for soccer fans. Because sometimes your players get subbed out, and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading back to the bench. Well, not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with the substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into the stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
The Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back. It's going down July 18th from 5 to 8 at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at 1037thebuzz.com. Sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. It's the Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Welcome back to The Zone, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
They're entertainers.
They're also heroes.
Those guys are ballers, Joe.
On the Buzz Radio Network.
Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on.
Well. Get some new coffee?
I did. I made some Colombian right here.
Oh, Colombian, in honor of the departure of the Colombians from the World Cup.
R.I.P.
Too soon?
What?
R.I.P. in peace.
No doubt. By the way, this Ferry guy, F-E-R-Y, Great Britain.
You're not supposed to call him that anymore.
Great Britain tennis player is giving this Italian Caboli all he wants right now, which is my favorite kind of pasta. Anyway.
Italian Caboli also sounds like a slur of some sort.
You such a Caboli. Oh!
Yeah, it's a dessert.
Yeah, I think you like your Caboli with marinara or Alfredo.
Only one Caboli today, not two.
So this Ferry won. Sorry. Ferry won the first set 6-4. And the second set, they're in a tiebreaker, and he's going to be all the rage in England if he can pull this thing out, man. He just did. This guy is something. So he's won the first two sets against the the seeded Italian, I should say, not the higher seeded. Ferry's not even seeded. What a story. This guy's about to be in the semifinals if he can win one more set. Unbelievable. Caboli, get it together! Anyway, that's pretty wild.
There hasn't been an Englishman to win Wimbledon, Justin, since
I know this one.
Yes?
Well, win it?
What? Yeah, what year? Go ahead.
I thought, what's-his-face won it? Didn't
Murray.
Yeah, Murray.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, right?
No, what year, though? I want to know.
15?
Well, so is he English?
Yeah.
Or is he from another part of...
He's British,
is
yeah.
he British or English or Welsh or Scottish? That's what I mean.
He's British. He's from London. He's from England.
Because we have...
Not from the UK. You're not talking about UK. I'm talking about English, British, yes.
Well, it's just because we have an English soccer team. There's a Welsh
Can you just
soccer
tell
team,
me what year Andy Murray won?
There's a Scottish soccer
not Andy
team,
Murray.
too.
Andy Murray?
2013,
Right,
2016.
yeah. I said, did I not say 2016?
You did, yeah.
Thank you.
2013, 2016 are the two times he's won.
Okay, Andy won a gold medal in the same year, I think.
I get confused too, Phil.
I think in 16 he won the gold medal in the Olympics.
All I'm reading, though, is that he is a Scot.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong then.
The last Englishman would be Fred Perry,
Okay.
1936.
I stand corrected. I am standing.
Perry and Ferry.
This Ferry guy is going to be quite the story.
I'm sure the English are rooting for
I'm
whomever
rooting
it is that
for their
represents
little
the
ferry.
UK.
I'm not trying to be silly. It's a funny name. F-E-R, and he spells it funny.
You're just not going to be able to say his name for the rest of the day.
I just feel bad they got shorted an R. I mean, he's an F-E-R-Y. So I apologize to you, Phil. I thought Andy Murray was absolutely from England. I didn't realize that he was Scottish.
Well, that's one of those countries. It's like
It's not a country. What's a different country?
It is
weird.
weird.
It's a country. It's 3 countries or 4 countries that form a country.
True, that is weird, I guess.
And Great Britain is 3, but the UK is 4, right?
I think that's right.
This is going to be
That's
majorly
dumb.
confusing me.
And then England is its own thing still. And they're all their own thing still.
For now.
It's weird.
Until how close did Scotland come to? Remember, they voted on this about 4 years ago.
But Ireland is independent, but Northern Ireland's part of the UK.
Yeah, they've there's been some disagreements about that
What?
between the people who live there and the government that controls the land.
If you grew up in the UK, you probably are like, boy, these idiots don't know anything about anything. Let's talk about the Big 12. We know a little more about that. So this is the weirdest thing I've heard about in a while. Again, these guys are all selling out. I think it was the Big 10 that did the whole equity deal.
Well, the Big 12, there were a couple of schools that pushed back on it, so that never happened with the Big 10. The Michigan and Ohio State pushed back. They did not want to sell.
Because it was like a multi-billion-dollar equity deal.
Yeah, and I
that
don't
was
remember,
gonna-
but the Big 12 has taken some private equity money. And now they announced yesterday, they're the first league to do their media days, and announced that they have sold to Monster Energy the naming rights for all of Big 12 football and men's and women's basketball for $20 million per year. That's not per school. That's for the entire conference per year. And they basically when ESPN or Fox or whomever refers to Big 12 football, they'll have to refer to it as Monster Energy Big 12 football.
Man,
same with men's basketball, same with women's basketball. And so there are 16 Big 12 schools, 48 of these teams, football, men's basketball, women's basketball. On every basketball court, on every football field, there will be a new Big 12 Monster Energy combined logo, also a jersey patch for all 48 of these teams.
They must be paying a lot of money for that, Phil.
$20 million per year for the whole conference. It basically breaks down to just over $415,000 per program.
That seems like such a drop in the bucket.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
That's
what they're paying Brad Pitt to make a movie.
That, to me,
Probably makes more than that now.
That's naming rights. Naming rights other than the name of the stadium you're playing in? Like, if you're going to name the conference, they're renaming the conference. It's not Big 12 football. It's Monster Energy Big 12 football.
It is really weird.
For essentially $420,000 per program per year. So it's a little over $1 million per school per year for this.
I thought you just said 400,000 per
Per
program.
school. I mentioned per program. It's a little over $1 million per school.
Okay.
And then you break it down to their 3 programs
makes
that
sense,
get this
though.
money.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just.
That seems like it's such a small amount.
When I saw
when we saw the deal that was proposed for the Big 10 with it was like $2 billion or something.
Yes, and the SEC I don't think is going to be selling the naming rights to SEC football. But if they
Not
did,
for that amount.
If they did,
Yeah.
it would be for multiples upon the dollar figure that the Big 12 is selling theirs.
I realize the Big 12 is not the big dog, but I would love to see how that pales in comparison to even their television deal, which has got to be exponentially more valuable.
Has to be. But it's also over a few other networks and everything. It's just, here's part of this, too, is that all the other schools, they will still be selling jersey patches, and they will sell their own, court logos. So this is the logo creep, I guess, that people were a little worried about. And you don't have to get worried about this. It's just, are you selling this for what it's really worth?
The SEC TV deal, 10 years with ESPN and ABC that ends in the 33-34 season, $3 billion over 10 years. So I don't know what the Big 12's TV rights are, but that's what they're getting. So again, this seems, I think you're hamstringing your programs a little bit in that you've already got this big sponsor sold that you can't replace, and you're stuck with it. And it's like, and I'm not sure that you could sell one for $500,000 or more, but it does seem like a very limited amount for a program, an
To me,
individual
it's
program.
like pennies upon what it's really worth.
If one stadium, our stadium, naming rights were $5 million.
Yeah.
I don't know Yurchek doesn't know the time frame, so I don't really know the time frame. But the Big 12 time frame too, I don't know that time frame. But if one stadium is $5 million, how is one full conference with that many teams only $20 million?
Bingo.
That's
It is
crazy.
weird.
That's
crazy.
a great question. And keep in mind, this comes from the league that thought it'd be really cool to put a glass court for basketball tournaments, and then had to remove it halfway through the tournament because it turned out to be the worst idea they could have.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
They've scheduled league basketball games in Mexico only to say, you know what, that might not have been a great idea. We're going to do it in the United States.
They're a mess.
They try to do some things, and a lot of these things end up going splat.
You know how teams have like the chain or like the basketball dunk for when they get an interception, stuff like that? I wonder if for Monster, if they're going to put out some drywall. You get an interception, you just put a fist through that thing.
Yeah. All right, just to put a bow on our geographic ignorance, the United Kingdom is a sovereign country. Great Britain is the geographical island that forms its largest part. Feel comfortable there?
People still refer to Great Britain as the country, but that's just the island.
Yes. But it is the majority of the UK also.
Wait, Great Britain is the majority of the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
3 out of the 4.
3 out of 4, right. Yeah. Okay.
The fourth one is Northern Ireland, of course.
So they're their own country, then they're part of a separate entity, then they're part of an even bigger separate entity.
Well, but, I mean, Great Britain's just a geographic reference point. It's not necessarily like a thing.
Not like a governing...
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, was that confusing enough? Good.
Yep.
I learn something almost every day, whether
School
I like it
is
or
in
not.
session.
Yeah. I mean, I started my day by looking for Bali on a map, so here we are. All right, stick around.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
Out of Bounds Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas's #1 independent used car dealership, specializing in level and lifted trucks. D3AutoSales.com.
Breaking news, information, big name guests, entertainment, and sports. It's all right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
A massive hiring event is underway for the new Buc-ee's location in Benton. It's today and tomorrow. The Benton location is set to hire 200 people, and they need cashiers, custodians, grocery and deli associates, and more jobs to fill. Starting pay is between $20 and $25 an hour. Interviews are by invitation only, and you can apply to be invited on the Buc-ee's website. Interviews will be conducted at the Embassy Suites on Financial Parkway in Little Rock. The multi-day event ends tomorrow at 4 p.m. And Little Rock's riverfront downtown is set to get a major transformation thanks to a massive grant. The Bezos Earth Fund has awarded the city with $30 million in grant money. The 23 acres of former Interstate 30 land will be turned into a park featuring walking paths, sports areas, public art, and much more. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
A little warmer this morning and still kind of hot this afternoon. A high of 92 degrees will become partly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Tonight, though, mostly clear down to 74. Our Thursday will be mostly sunny and hotter with a high of 96, but also a few isolated thunderstorms are possible. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
U.S. Truck Accessories, your #1 Central Arkansas source for truck accessories, specializing in camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, trailer hitches, steps, grill guards, bumpers, lift kits, and much more. With professional installation on all products they offer. Locations in Conway and Searcy. U.S. Truck Accessories offers their customers twice the service. Locally owned and operated by a military veteran since 2002. Visit in-store, online. U.S. Truck Accessories. Work hard, play hard.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, Royal Home Improvement is looking for 50 homes to participate in our summer savings event. We want to evaluate our exclusive Energy Star rated Thermo King windows in real homes. Call 1-800-565-1064 for Royal Home Improvement. 50 homeowners will receive promotional pricing. 75% off installation of a house full of new windows. Ask about zero interest financing, senior military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Walmart gift card with your window purchase. Plus a bonus. Call 1-800-565-1064 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 1-800-565-1064. That's 1-800-565-1064 and online at royalwindows.com.
This is Justin Acri. If shoulder or elbow pain is affecting your daily life, the fellowship-trained physicians at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health are here to help. They offer advanced care for injuries, arthritis, rotator cuff problems, and more, helping you feel better, move better, and get back to everyday life. Call 501-686-TOSH today to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Looking for something unique to do in Little Rock? Head to the Museum of Discovery. Explore hands-on exhibits, try real science experiments, and meet live animals up close. Little ones will love the Small Fry Fish Camp Gallery, designed just for early learners. Catch an electrifying bipolar musical Tesla coil show or live science demonstration during your visit. And with special events happening all the time, there's always something new to experience for all ages. So plan your visit and check out upcoming events at museumofdiscovery.org.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Looking for a powerful new truck? Make the smart drive to Smart Buick GMC in Whitehall. They've got a huge selection of rugged GMC trucks waiting for you right now, starting at just $38,296. For work, play, and everything in between. No matter where you are, Whitehall is a short drive from anywhere. So come find your new truck today or browse their entire inventory online now at smartbuickgmc.com. Smart Buick GMC. They are professional grade.
You can't always see what's in the air, but dust, allergens, contaminants, even mold could be affecting your health. Learn about air quality testing at rainbowrestores.com. When the unthinkable happens, damage from smoke, water, fire, mold, or just poor air quality, let Rainbow Restoration fix your home or business. With their 24/7 rapid response, you'll get your life back on track fast. RainbowRestores.com. Rainbow Restoration. They restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain,
with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tuck's picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact.
All right, second hour underway. We've got a special guest coming up in a minute. Red White Report right now. There ain't a lot happening up on the Hill, at least as far as sports news goes, but we're going to get into it anyway. If you want to join us today, 501-661-1037. You can send us live fan feedback through our Listen Live button, brought to you by Rainbow Restoration. Texts are brought to you by Middleton Heat and Air, same number, 501-661-1037. Love to hear from you. And we got a What the Hell segment coming up a little bit later as well. Joe Klein normally with us today, but he had stuff to do, mostly being a grandparent. So good for him. That's probably great, and that's a better use of his time anyway. All right, let's get to it.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Justin, perusing through Athlon Sports and Phil Steele's college football preview magazines, you will not find many Razorbacks.
Shocking.
Located on the all-conference preseason teams by either of these organizations. Keep in mind, now, not every organization that puts out these publications does a first, second, third, and fourth team, but Athlon and Phil Steele do.
No one should have a fourth team. That's ridiculous.
That's usually called honorary mention, right?
Yes, honorable mention, yes.
Yeah, but in this case, Quincy Rhodes was named a second teamer by both Athlon and by Phil Steele, but he is the only Razorback who is listed on anywhere that's not a fourth team. Kobe Branham and Malachi Breland are also named on fourth team. Breland by Phil Steele, Branham by Athlon. Branham is a returning starter, played right guard most of last year. Breland comes from Memphis and is now a brand new Razorback, expected to start at left guard as well. But that's only 3 players. I don't know how many they have, but if you have 22 on both and there's 4 of them, it's, what is that, 88 players, and the Hogs have 3? Whew.
Better than I expected.
Not quite sure what kind of a football season it's going to be. Then again,
yes, you are.
Preseason polls and magazines don't always tell you all that much.
Yeah, wait till talking season really kicks off here in a couple of weeks. Woo, baby.
Let's see. Also, 88 Razorback athletes made SEC academic honor roll, the university announced yesterday. Take a swing at the sport that had the most.
Academic honor roll, which sport?
Yes.
Tennis.
It is not tennis. It is a male sport.
It is soccer.
It is baseball.
It is baseball.
Baseball had 14 Razorback athletes make SEC academic honor roll, and they're the only men's program that had more than 7. Women's swimming and diving had 12. Women's track and field 9. Softball and gymnastics also had 7. So congratulations to baseball for, I guess, getting the best grades on campus. And speaking of baseball, the Major League Draft is coming up this weekend in Philadelphia. Rounds 1 through 4 are Saturday. The remaining 15 rounds are Sunday. From last year's team, 5 pitchers, 4 infielders, 3 outfielders are draft eligible. 10 incoming transfers are eligible for the draft, and there's potentially 2 high school signees that may end up getting drafted as well. So we'll recap a lot of that once we get to Monday. Next week, and then we'll have I think we should have a much better idea what this roster should look like once we get to about the second week of August, which is 2 weeks before they report to campus, so everything happens real quick.
After that all shakes out, might be good to get Coach on.
Agreed.
Okay.
I don't know about like right now.
No, I agree.
Because there's so much
unknown
conjecture and just up in the air, but
Yeah.
once you get to August, I think it's a good time to talk with him.
Absolutely. By the way, update here. I just want to let you know a little bit about this guy because I don't know anything about him. Arthur Ferry is, let's see, what's today? Today's the 8th. He's going to be turning 24 this week. The 12th is what day of the week? Is that Sunday?
The 12th is Sunday, correct.
So he could be playing in the finals of Wimbledon on his birthday,
Oh, cool.
turning 24. That would be amazing. He is he's up 2-0 in the third set after winning the first 2 sets over the 9 seed Kaboli. This is an incredible story. He has a career-high ATP singles ranking of 114 in the world.
Jeez.
Achieved on June 29th of 2026, and a doubles rankings of 201 achieved on the 29th of 2024. He's the current British number 2 in singles.
And
Arthur Ferry.
He's taken Caboli to the woodshed.
He's 5 feet 9 inches tall. He went to Stanford, and he's made less than $1 million in prize money. I think the winners make, I don't know how many millions, 4 or 5 if they win Wimbledon this year.
Went to Stanford, huh?
Isn't that crazy?
Makes sense.
He must be a sharp kid.
Well, he must be sharp, but that does. I mean, I think American college tennis. I'm sure that we got into this, when the tennis program was canceled and then uncanceled. It is an international American college sport for the most part. I think there's only one kid from Arkansas on the Arkansas tennis teams, both men's and women's, and most of the players are foreign. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing. It's just That's kind of what college tennis is.
No, it's just a fact. Before we get too far down the road here, Moose, and get lost, let's get our guest on.
Okay.
It's his info's in the rundown if you need it. But yeah, Ferry, this is a cool story. I'll be rooting for him if he. Again, nothing against Caboli. I like my Italian countryman, but
4.8 for the winner, by the way.
4.8 mil.
It's a nice day.
That's
it's a good birthday present.
Well, I mean, you're talking about making almost 5 times. Well, right at 5 times your career earnings in one tournament if you win the whole thing. Now, that's a bit of a stretch. But just making a final's got to be incredibly lucrative.
No kidding. It's all downhill from there, right? Well, maybe not.
I mean, if he gets into the semis and he's in great shape to do it, I mean, gosh, the money's going to be insane. Plus, I'll be who's on the other side? Oh, it's the Fritz match. Fritz and Zverev. So he'd take on the winner of that.
Well, you already sold me on watching the final anyway. They bring back childhood, because I used to watch Wimbledon on HBO in the 80s and 90s.
I've never hit a tennis ball on grass, so I've only played on hard court, so I wonder what it would be like to play a little bit on grass. I'd probably fall. It's pretty slick, they say. I'm sure I'd fall down. I fell down on perfectly good pavement the other day, so.
Yeah, falling down on that hard court is not a good feeling.
No.
I'd rather fall on the grass.
Yeah, or clay, for sure. All right, on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, Anthony Christensen, for the first time ever, I believe, in the zone. Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong. If you've been on before, please let me know that. But I don't know that we've ever had you
on the show.
First time on the show?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, we're honored to have you. Phil speaks very highly of your work. Yeah. Well, we've all read your work. We just haven't talked to you. So glad to have you on. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Anthony, what's it like? What's it like for you as somebody that covers soccer, for Arkansas at a granular level, and then to see what the World Cup, how it's been received, not just in the country but within our state?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a ton of fun, right? I mean, I grew up in St. Louis, so I mean, not super far away, and I played soccer my entire life, and I've always wanted to see it kind of blow up and be what I've always known it to be, and what seemingly a lot of the rest of the world has known it to be, and it's really cool to see all the excitement kind of surrounding the World Cup, obviously the teams and everything like that. So it's been a lot of fun, right? I mean, it's the World Cup, right? There's nothing bigger than that. I think it's been really cool and really fun to see just how much people have embraced it, how much people are enjoying the games, and how much, just kind of community is kind of coming out of it. So it's been a lot of fun. I love the sport. It's made me, so much of who and what I am today, and it's cool to see, a lot of people, maybe for the first time, getting to experience that. So it's been a ton of fun.
We've had a lot of debate here. Did the United States do enough, or has this had enough of an impact for people to remain engaged in World Cup, at least, if not soccer in general, going forward? Do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe it depends on a case by case basis, but obviously that the match against Belgium probably left a lot of people with a sour taste in their mouth just because it was not a good performance by any means. But I think there's definitely going to be some sort of staying power. At least for the remainder of the World Cup. Obviously, it's not every 4 years that your country gets to host the World Cup. So I think that there's a lot of excitement still out there for that, and I think we've maybe seen that in some of these other matches that have been played since the U.S. was knocked out. A lot of people are, the Argentina comeback against Egypt yesterday was, incredible. I think, you look at, a lot of matches like that, and you still see that there's this excitement, even with, all of the host teams, being eliminated. So I think at least for, the remainder of the tournament, there's going to be, a lot of excitement surrounding it. And, I think that, maybe bodes well for people sticking around, beyond just the World Cup. So hopefully that's the case.
How much? How much of a factor do you think having it on U.S. soil and being TV friendly, so to speak, is a factor in all this?
Oh, I think it's big. I mean, it's increased its visibility for a lot of people, right? I mean, it's not every day that somebody just driving around Kansas City can see the Argentina team bus and Lionel Messi just being right there, right?
Right.
So I think it being in the United States and it being pretty easily accessible, not just on Fox, but on Telemundo as well. And you look at the TV broadcast numbers and the announced viewership, and you're seeing record numbers for men's soccer games in the United States, and I think that's a big part of it, right? I think it's people seeing just how excited people are at the games, how much people are having fun, at fan fests and everything, like that. I think that's a big reason why. I think that's you're seeing people, probably going to games and stuff, like and seeing how much they're enjoying it. So I think that's a big factor, just because it's not always been quite as tangible, I guess, as it is right now. I mean, you look back at the Men's World Cup was last in the United States in 1994, and then the Women's World Cup was here in 1999. I mean, that's it's a decent time period ago. So I think it's made the game a lot more tangible for a lot of people in the U.S. And yeah, I think that's been a big reason why it's been as popular as it has.
I think the word you just said, tangible, is so important to this conversation. Is that people feel that they have some ownership in this tournament here because it's on our soil, and we almost feel like our culture is being celebrated by the world at the same time that we're celebrating this great sport. But you need a reason to feel focused on something, and I've always felt I need somebody to root for. I like soccer, but I can't watch MLS, and I don't have a team to root for, and I just, you obviously grew up in a different way, Anthony. I mean, do you have a professional team that you follow, that you fell in love with, and how did you get there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously St. Louis has the MLS team there now, which is it's a ton of fun. Not to give them any free shouts, but I mean, if you get a chance to go up to a game in St. Louis, it's an awesome, awesome time. But I mean, that wasn't there, the entire time I was growing up. We didn't have a professional team for, the first, decent portion of my life. And, we had, a minor league team that folded, and then we had, another minor league team that kind of gave way to the MLS team, later on down the line. So, I mean, it wasn't always there in my life. I was, fortunate enough to, grow up in a family, with my parents were both, soccer people. And, so that obviously just was my kind of introduction to it. So I've always just kind of been around the game. So, I mean, I haven't, always had that, professional team just kind of right there to support. And obviously now I kind of do. Obviously, I live a little bit far away, but, I think that obviously, helps with, like we said, the tangibility of it, and, helps get people, more involved. And I know in Fayetteville, there's the efforts to get the Ozark United off the ground, and in Little Rock, there's, the semi-professional team, Little Rock Rangers, which is, I haven't gotten to go to a match of theirs quite yet, but, I know it's a good time. They're pretty good. And yeah, so I mean, there's ways to, get involved beyond just, the professional. I mean, grassroots, games are, popping up, and there's a lot of more, of those kinds of clubs popping up. And, those are the ones that, you can make it your own experience, right? I mean, you can, make the atmosphere what you want to make it, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the visibility of it is, I think, a big deal. Like you said, just having, a team to root for that is, I know it's not necessarily right next door for, these purposes, but I mean, it's the national team in your nation, right? So I think that obviously is a big help.
Talking to Anthony Christensen, if you're just tuning in from Whole Hog Sports on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. So we've got 8 teams left now. Biggest surprise so far for you, and what matchups do you think are the most intriguing of the ones that are left?
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise, I'm not necessarily surprised that any of these teams are the teams that are left. I mean, Norway is probably the one that you look at and you're like, wow, they're still standing. But, I mean, you look at, the Norway, roster. I mean, they've got really quality players. Obviously, Erling Haaland and Martin Ødegaard are the guys who are going to stand out. But, I mean, you got Nyland in goal, and you got, guys like Oscar Bob and, a lot of very quality players. So I don't think it's necessarily a shock that they're still alive. I think the biggest, surprise to this point would probably be, Germany going out to Paraguay. But I always kind of felt that Germany's team wasn't super strong going into the tournament, but I did not expect them to lose to Paraguay by any means. But yeah, I think the big surprise, is Argentina struggling big time with Cabo Verde and Egypt, 2 teams that you would expect Argentina to deal with. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful of those teams by any means. They're at the World Cup for a reason. But I think it's been impressive that they've been able to find ways to win. And obviously, when you've got, arguably the greatest player to ever play the game on your side, that makes things a little bit easier. But still, it takes some effort. I think the standout game of the quarterfinal for me is tomorrow between France and Morocco. I think those are 2, just outstanding teams. Obviously, France, the runner-up at the last World Cup. Morocco was a semifinalist, and I think both of those teams have the quality to win the whole thing. And France to me looks like the favorite. I know they struggled a little bit with Paraguay, but I think that a lot of that was down to a really good defensive game plan from Paraguay. Maybe a little bit too physical for some people's liking, but I think that's the game that on paper stands out to me as the one that I'm probably the most excited to watch.
Justin, to his point on Argentina and the feeling that this is why, like, if I'm going to pick an upset, Anthony, it's going to be Switzerland over Argentina. The teams that Argentina has beaten in the World Cup so far are ranked worldwide 36th, 24th, 62nd, 64th, and 34th. So they haven't faced – basically they might not have faced anybody yet and almost lost the last 2 matches. So that's why if you got to pick a 12-5, I'm going to pick Switzerland in this one.
Luckily, the Egyptians would argue that FIFA is protecting them.
Yeah.
Anthony, any thoughts on the controversy yesterday?
Nothing in particular. No, I remember that the goal that and I can empathize with feeling hard done by the call because it was way back behind the play and everything. But I felt that in the build up that it was a foul. And then the other part of it is, don't concede 3 goals in 11 minutes and you should be fine.
Yeah.
But no real thoughts beyond that. And I mean, Egypt had a counterattack to I don't remember if it was to make it 3-1 or regain the lead. That I don't remember exactly who it was. Just waited too long to play the final through ball to send a winger in on goal, and you would expect your winger to score from that situation. So, yeah, no real thoughts in that regard.
What about from a journalistic standpoint on the Balogun deal with the red card, I guess initially, and then the overrule by FIFA or the reversal?
Yeah, I mean, I can completely understand why the Belgian FA was, quite upset about it, because you spent the entire week preparing to face one team, without its star striker, and then 24 hours prior to kickoff, you get the news that, hey, this guy's actually going to play. So I can completely understand the frustration just from that point of view, regardless of whether or not you thought it was a red card. And I did think it was a harsh call when they made it against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then I think, it's journalistically speaking, I just based on the letter of the law, I don't really understand why the suspension was lifted. FIFA hasn't really come out and given a full, solid answer on that, at least from what I've seen. So you can understand why they're hard pressed, and there was the past precedent. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo was supposed to be suspended, for a red card in World Cup qualifying, and that was lifted so he could play against, I believe it was DR Congo and Uzbekistan, but that was announced, months in advance as opposed to 24 hours in advance. So I can absolutely understand why there was so much frustration and everything like that. And I guess, it ended up not really being much a factor given how well Belgium played and how poorly I thought the U.S. played. But yeah, I fully understand the frustration. There's still, confusion around why the decision was made. And, a lot of people are, going after FIFA president Gianni Infantino for it. And I think, that it's, a pretty well-warranted, I guess, backlash towards him because, it's just been, it's been a very difficult, or not difficult, but a very confusing time. It's just like, can you please just provide some clarity? And, to my knowledge, that hasn't really been provided. And if I were on the receiving end of that news, I can completely understand being hard done. And it's a complex, thing because we, like I said, haven't really gotten a clarification about it, but it's very, very confusing, I guess.
Hey, Anthony, Moose here, former voice of Razorback Soccer, actually. Wanted to ask you real quick, anything to look forward to for the women's team up there this coming up season? They've had a lot more success since I have left there, so they've been having some solid runs lately. Is there anything, any players to look out for? Any expectation for the team this coming up season?
Yeah, I'm imagining that preseason SEC stuff will probably come out July, August. So not too far out of range to this point. But obviously they won the SEC regular season title last season with a pretty young, fresh group of players who entering last season maybe weren't necessarily the biggest focal points of the team the season prior, but were still big parts of it. And then you added some younger players as well to that roster, and you could really see them grow throughout the season, and they return, most of the players from last season's roster. So the expectation should be pretty high. Bella Field missed a lot of last season with some injuries, and she, to my knowledge, right now seems to be healthy. So that's, that bodes well for her, and, she's obviously a very solid striker. Anaya Nurse White, she, is very versatile. She can play midfield, play an attack. She's in contention to play for Canada at the upcoming U20 World Cup in September.
I saw that.
So, if that comes to fruition, obviously that would be, incredible opportunity for her, and I think it would be a nice feather in the cap for the program as well. Keegan Smith, the goalkeeper, she's played for the U.S. at U20 level, and dealt with some injuries last season, but she's one of the best goalkeepers in the country, and you can see that when she's healthy. So there's a lot to look forward to. They've got a really, exciting schedule. I think they host North Carolina, Clemson. I don't have it right in front of me, but they host some, big time schools this season, big time, national competitors. So there's a lot of excitement there. I know, Coach Colby Hale is not, he doesn't like to, I guess, he doesn't give compliments easily. But I know he likes this roster, so I think there's a lot of excitement going in this season for them.
Very cool. Thank you.
So we have this dichotomy of international success between the men's, which is no international success basically, and the women's team, which the world is catching up a little bit now, but that's still the preeminent women's football program in the nation for the U.S. WMNT. So many people think that if the best male athletes, so to speak, played soccer, that the U.S. would just dominate. But I do know that, not every athletic factor transfers from one sport to another. But it's just, do the best women's athletes play soccer? And that's why the WMNT has been more successful? Is it a matter of of structure of youth soccer for men and women. It's just a little difficult to balance these two.
Yeah, it's when you look at women's soccer, the U.S. kind of has had a head start for a long time with Title IX and kind of the development in that, and how much college soccer played a factor in especially a lot of the early success that the U.S. women have seen, and now you're seeing a lot of nations around the world putting a lot of the same, I guess, structure from their men's soccer, I guess, youth and building up and everything like that into women's soccer, and you're starting to see a lot of those traditional powers in men's soccer really start to become really great teams in women's soccer as well. I mean, you look at Spain, which won the last World Cup, is loaded with talent. You look at France, which France was my pick to win not this past World Cup but the one before, and yeah, it's you can see that there's a lot of that structure coming in. As for the athletes thing, that's always been, a conversation just kind of, around U.S. soccer and everything. But then I tell you, like, hey, look at Lionel Messi. He's 5'6" and not necessarily an athletic weapon, is he? And then, I mean, just look at the U.S. game against, Belgium. I mean, Yuri Tielemans is my height, not very fast, not very strong, but he dominated that entire game. And obviously, there's a lot of athletic tools that go into soccer: speed, agility, strength, etc. But so much of it, it kind of goes, I don't want to say beyond that, because that kind of feels not right. But yeah, it's not a game that you're going to overwhelm, I guess, with athleticism a lot of the time, and that's where that conversation kind of gets, I don't want to say lost, because I understand where it's coming from. But I mean, a lot of the best players, even I played with just growing up, they weren't necessarily the world's greatest athletes. They, the first touch, the vision that you have to find a pass, or just how quickly you can think through a situation. A lot of those are equal to athleticism, and sometimes that's kind of what wins the day, as opposed to we have this winger who's really fast or this striker who's really strong. It's okay, you're in a situation where you've got two defenders right in front of you. How are you going to find the open man and get rid of the ball and find that open space? So I don't know if that answers the question at all. I just kind of started rambling, but yeah.
You're going to fit right in around here. Anthony, we're going to let you go on that one. I appreciate you coming on, and we will, I guess we'll talk in 4 years, if not before.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thanks
Anthony.
Appreciate it. It's Anthony Christensen. You said he covers
the soccer program, men's basketball for Whole Hog Sports.
We should have talked to him about basketball, too. That was my bad.
We can have him on again to talk about
I like
that.
what he said there at the end, though, and that was kind of a conversation we have had here recently. Is it's more about just this being ingrained in their lives for so much longer. They're starting academy games like 5, 6, 7, and they're being paid to do that rather than having parents have to pay the tens of thousands of dollars to go be part of it. It's not just about being better athletes in soccer.
I think wrestling is another one that's sort of like that. You start them early, and the technique and all that kind of thing is significant, and it's very important. And again, you're talking about competing against people in your weight class. So again, having the skill set and being more skilled, because again, you're going up against people of equal size, is a huge advantage. Again, it's just, you talked about it being a technical sport, and I guess that's such a good comparison to me.
But it's also the structure of how they're doing it. I mean, you see the world is catching up in basketball. It took them a little bit of time to get there, but the world is catching up to the United States in basketball, and they are operating in basketball the same way they do in soccer.
Yeah.
And that's got to be partially a reason why.
By the way, I was looking it up, and Ferry has moved on. The British player has advanced to the semis. So, again...
The German guy did as well.
Zverev, yeah. Beat Fritz, unfortunately. Fritz apparently beat him 7 times in a row and got smoked in straight sets today. Picked a bad time to lose. Anyway, the interesting thing to me is Ferry from Britain has won $850,000 or so in his career. He is already going to make a $1.2 million check for becoming a semifinalist. So if he doesn't win another match, he's already made more money in one fortnight than he did his entire career to this point. It's amazing. Also, his Stanford tennis coach is in attendance over there, too, which is neat. If he can win the semis against Zverev, He is going to make $2.415 million. And then the winner, of course, gets nearly $5 million. So it's an amazing story. But and again, the guy's unseated. It's incredible. It really is. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hit some of your texts, courtesy of Middleton Heat and Air. We've got a What the Hell segment coming up a little bit later, entertainment, birthdays, and we've got some other sports news as well. And if you want to get in, feel free. 501-661-1037. If you want to look great with glasses on, you can do that as well. If you go to Burroughs and Mr. Frank's, iconic luxury eyewear shop in the Heights. Over on R Street, very easy to find. And the cool thing is, they will help you stand out from the crowd because they've got brands you're not going to find anywhere else. Cartier, Gucci, Salt, State Optical. And their lenses are from high-tech lens crafter Zeiss. And make lenses for cameras and telescopes and microscopes and, of course, glasses. And those are found only at Burroughs. And they do all the fitting and lab work right in their own store lab. So Josh will handle that. Gave me a little tour of the lab not too long ago, and it's an impressive place. They do a great job. Nicole and Josh do a great job running Burroughs and Mr. Frank's. Again, they own the store, and they'll take good care of you. Don't cheat yourself with cheap glasses, sunglasses, or any kind of eyewear. Get something a little bit unique. Get something that you can't find anywhere else at Burroughs and Mr. Frank's. And they've got incredible service. They'll take care of everything from top to bottom. 5901 R Street in the Heights. It's Burroughs and Mr. Frank's.
Pat Riley joins Morning Mayhem each week, courtesy of Cabot Outdoors. Shop their inventory of Hustler Fast Track Series zero-turn mowers at CabotOutdoors.com.
This is SportsCenter.
The quarterfinals are set in the World Cup. Argentina advanced to the round of 8 after a thriller against Egypt yesterday. The Pharaohs were up 2-0 with only 11 minutes left in regulation when Argentina got a goal from Christian Romero to cut the lead in half. Then only 4 minutes later, Lionel Messi tied it up with his 8th goal of the tournament, giving him the lead in the Golden Boot race. After a frantic final few minutes, Argentina got one more goal just before the end of regulation. A header from Enzo Fernandez gave them the 3-2 win to head to the quarterfinals. The other match yesterday was the exact opposite of that one, with Switzerland advancing past Colombia on penalty kicks after a 0-0 tie through regulation and extra time. Today is the first day without World Cup games, but France face Morocco tomorrow for a spot in the semifinals. I'm Moose with the Buzz Radio Network. Looking for a lunch spot that's fast, fun, and won't wreck your wallet? Head to Brewski's Pub and Grub with locations in downtown Little Rock and North Little Rock. The Brewski's Babes are serving up ice-cold drinks, smash burgers, loaded fries, wings, wraps, and more. Fast enough for your lunch break and priced right every day of the week. Escape the office and grab lunch with friends. Brewski's, the spot for good vibes, great food, and quick service. Brewski's Downtown and Brewski's North Little Rock open daily at 11. Brewski's, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Farming demands well-built equipment. Kubota equipment. Well-built, proven for over a century. Tractors that get the job done right. Hay tools backed with a 2-year warranty. And Kubota Sidekick Utility Vehicles is where durability meets speed. And productive SVL track loaders. Visit your local Kubota dealer today for a demo or stop into River Valley Tractor online at rivervalleytractor.com for more information.
Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram of Hot Springs presents the Spa City Classic, Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament. Over 150 different age groups and skill levels will compete this July 30th through August 2nd inside the Hot Springs Convention Center. Go to pickleballtournaments.com and view all the details on the Spa City Classic, sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Entry deadline July 15th. Go to pickleballtournaments.com and enter today.
let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
Just say it'll be good, man.
It'll be good, man.
On the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, playing a little catch-up here, a relatively short segment, and plenty to get to before the end of the show. A few items coming up here momentarily from our friends at Middleton Heat and Air and our text line, and I want to hit a few of those right now. And, again, I'm just completely enthralled by this story. The ferry kid from, I call him a kid, he's 24 years old almost. Anyway, from Britain, is only the second wild card to get through to the semis in Wimbledon history, which is amazing. And I think I saw a stat up there. Only 4 wild cards have ever gotten through to a semi in majors in the modern era. So it's a pretty cool story, and I'd love to see him win another one. This is from the 501 in Conway. I was wondering what y'all's opinion was on Belgium's third goal when our goalie came all the way out of the box, and then the player behind him proceeded to miss the ball. Thought it was a little ridiculous for that being one of the best 11 soccer players in the United States. Well, he's not one of the best 11
There was
soccer
a
players.
lot going on that play. A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an all-time blunder, though. He completely – there was no other issue or anything you could point at outside of him messing up that kick.
Was
it.
Did he ever explain why he just stopped the kick?
It looked like he stubbed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your guest misspoke from the 501. FIFA said exactly why it reversed. It was a bad call to begin with. They corrected it. This article that not many people knew about has caused a bit of controversy or a lot of hubbub, if you will.
Article 27.
I saw, did you see the argument between Lexi Lawless and Thierry
Henry?
It was, I don't want to call it heated, but it was something. It was interesting.
And it was about that specifically?
Oh, yes.
About Allegan?
About the way it was adjudicated, I guess would be the way to say it. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's the total truth either, though. I don't think that they said FIFA didn't come out and say this was wrong. They didn't even remove the red card. They just fully suspended it. I think they're kind of doing the opposite. They're saying like, "Yeah, we're okay with you still playing.
Yeah.
We're not coming out and saying this was bad. We messed up."
That's right. It's not a rescinded red card.
Right.
It's a suspended suspension.
Exactly.
So that's not saying the red card was unwarranted.
Infantino did come out and make a comment. I believe it was after, Trump got involved, and he kind of started pointing to the fact that, like, yes, I talked to lots of presidents and lots of heads of states. This was not what it was. It's a separate judicial, branch of FIFA that was covering this. They were already working on it. This had been going on before he called. That's kind of the only really comment I've seen on what happened with it.
I love that FIFA's got a judicial branch. We've got
It's supposed to be freestanding, is what they say.
Checks and balances.
Yeah.
It works too.
It's good. Preseason selections from the 870 don't know injuries to come, not knowing who Antonio Jordan is, but Bo Embry was very high on him, and he has had too many receivers out of Warren not to acknowledge this sure-handed big receiver. This year's defense has nothing to do with last year's disaster. That's true. Also, I would say Bo Embry has sent a lot of really good receivers to the collegiate ranks.
The coaches talked a lot about Jordan in early August before. I think it was an ankle injury that derailed him. He really didn't see him much, if at all.
He's a stud. I mean, DJ, when he was doing the show with me, was big on trying to get him a little bit bulkier and maybe turn him into a tight end, but he's a little biased too.
Yeah, true. But he might have that same body frame.
Mm-hmm.
But that's somebody that, just based on what they were saying and a couple of the highlights that got tweeted out last August, Jordan could be a breakout. And you're right. Last year's defense has nothing to do with this year's defense.
No, you got new dudes, you got new coaching staff. I mean, it's completely different. But, again, there's still not a lot of optimism. Let's be real.
In fact, I think it's going to be a defensive-led team. I think it might be a halfway decent defense. I'm just really worried about the offense.
I think you're outside of your mind. I feel completely opposite.
I think they're going to have to win some games.
How
in
do you
the high
figure the
teens or
defense?
early
It's going to be a
low 20s.
defense-led team.
No, I think it's going to be a better. This will be a better defense than the offense.
You
That's
literally
what I
just
mean.
said, "Oh, okay."
I just think it's going to be a better defense than the offense will be.
Totally disagree.
Just like last year, the offense was a lot better than the defense. They were led by anybody because it was a terrible team, and there were a lot of issues with the offense. It wasn't just defense; it was not holding onto the ball, which was the biggest problem. But it was an offensively led team last year.
I'm assuming there's competent quarterback play. So assuming competent quarterback play under Ryan Silverfield's direction, I think the offense will outperform the defense.
I think it's a big assumption. Because we don't know. We haven't seen the kid play enough. I have no idea.
Here's the thing. I don't think anybody's going to argue, and I don't think you will either, that there's overwhelming personnel on either side of the ball, right? I think underwhelming personnel is easier to overcome on offense. That's my only argument. Again, there's a lot of unknowns.
As long as you can make some plays, yeah. As long as you got a couple of guys that can make you some big plays last year, and they've lost almost all of them. So I still don't know enough of. It's like I don't know enough of any of this team.
Sure. I mean, Braylon Russell, you've seen flashes. And
yes.
apparently he looks like he's in great shape.
I love Braylon Russell, but I don't view him as a big play guy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
6 to 7 yards, get caught from behind.
I think you might see a little different version of him this year, maybe.
I hope. I mean, I think there's a lot to work with there.
Sure. This is the call earlier. We played it on the air, and this guy has a comment on it, so I was going to refresh you with a part of this. I was not going to play the whole thing. It's like a minute 12 clip, but this is the Telemundo broadcast of Messi scoring.
Otra vez Messi, se desvía la pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi. ¡Gol!
Now, Egypt would argue that was the call from the FIFA administrative offices, but that's not right. That announcer sounded like a hound dog, this person says, howling at Granny, singing Amazing Grace. Also, Phil, you should holler goal when the Hogs hit a home run.
The word goal, that does not get used in baseball, ever.
It's true. Can you just go home, 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 home run, home?
Just stretch out a home run call for 63 seconds.
Yeah, if it's your last game you ever call, it'd be great. I don't watch much soccer, says this person from the 501, but that's all right. I'm sorry. Try that again. I don't watch much soccer. I can't read either. But that's all there is right now. That's what I meant to say. So it's all good unless you get a bell and start ringing it, and I will have to check out forever like I did on the morning show. Okay, well, that's mean.
People say there's like nothing going on. There's actually been some really cool stuff in Major League Baseball the last week. We had a pitcher taken out after throwing 7 perfect innings. We had a guy had 3 homers and 10 RBIs yesterday.
We had a guy
go 12 for 12.
Thank you.
The Yankees had like a strikeout record, a bad one too, right?
17.
Yeah.
2 games in a row.
It's amazing.
That's a really bad team right now.
From the 501, Spanish call of Messi's goal sounded like a Spanish Rex Nelson. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know how you say from the land of milk and honey in leche in Espanol, but anyway. You can get a good look at a Chevrolet sticking your head up its tailpipe, but wouldn't you rather take James's word for it? I agree, exactly. Good point.
Buy some brakes.
A+.
I'm with you. I watch women's tennis more than men's. Also, who's giving feedback if no one is listening? Just talk sports, any sport. That's the show. Exactly. I agree. And that guy, listen, I understand if you check in and you're like, I don't want to hear about soccer. Fine. You can tune out. We'll see you during football season. I don't mind. I don't expect you to listen all year round all the time. It'd be nice, but I know you're coming back.
Some show, it's weird. I think this is weird. Tell me what you think. Some shows, SVP does this, take off during 2 months of the summer.
Yeah, why do you think I take a vacation all the time this time of year?
Yeah, but you're here now, and you'll be here after next week.
Sure, but we'll be into the SEC Media Days. Then it'll be easy.
But it's not like you cancel the show. It's not like you're just going on to ESPN Radio for 2 months. Somebody just texted us something that gave you a big reaction.
Oh, I love it. This is from Phil, or from Mark, about Phil. Mark, I'm with you. Phil sucks so bad is the subject. It's a foul pole, not a fair pole, you blanking virgin.
I do not care what you say.
His kids are going to be shocked to hear.
This is somebody who doesn't know me.
Mark says also, I heard an Arkansas baseball coach point out that the foul pole at Baum, and then he pauses and said, yes, it is a foul pole, not a fair pole. If you want to see a fair pole, go to the fairgrounds.
That's great.
Yep.
Okay,
I love that.
So your issue with this is that it's a foul ball if it hits it, or it's a fair ball?
It's a fair ball if it hits the
Right.
foul pole. And the logic about
I
that,
agree.
I
That's
just
goofy.
can't get with it. And I love that makes people angry. I'd love to make you angrier.
If you get angry about it, that's a little excessive. If you just say it's incorrect, then that's fine. But I understand it. Look, I'm a logician, and your point does stand up to the logic test.
It's the goal line, and you get a goal if you cross it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the sidelines. When the ball hits the sideline, it's out of bounds. Just, I don't know. It's just the logic of all of these things to me. I would like for the outcome of the thing to match the name of the object in this case.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
I'm
That's
all
why
for that.
I never use the word foul line. First base line, right field line, third base line, left field line. I will not use the word foul line. You will never hear foul pole on one of the broadcasts, and if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
You don't say fair pole.
Yeah. If it hits the ball, it will be a fair pole.
If it hits the pole, you will say.
Absolutely. I've done it. We had 2 go off the pole last season. It was a fair pole both times.
Well, did Bubba correct you immediately?
He looked at me, but he can look at me all he wants.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items. And you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, are you shaking a maraca? No, I'm shaking the pill version of Ozempic, which no one should ever do except in ads like this. A nice disclaimer. Hey, thanks. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets, 9 milligrams, and Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
Fraud is on the rise, and scammers are getting more convincing every day. But remember this, your bank will never call you asking for your debit card number, expiration date, PIN, security code, or online banking login information. If you receive a message or call that feels off, trust your instincts. Hang up. Don't click. Don't respond. Instead, contact your bank directly using a number you know and trust. Protect your information. Protect your money. When in doubt, call your bank.
Welcome back to The Zone, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
I'd listen to that on the radio.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh,
It is 11:54, and our second hour is almost up as we welcome you back in on this Wednesday. Tomorrow, I can't wait to recap today's World Cup match. Oh.
Who you got?
Yeah. We do have a fun last hour coming up, though, so that'll be cool.
Well, I mean, what sports are going on today? There's a full slate of Major League games.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to, get into all of those or anything, but it was like every single team is playing today.
Have you been to a Major League game this year, and are you going?
Got tickets to see the Red Sox and the Orioles at Fenway in 2 Monday nights.
How many Major League ballparks have you been to, or seen a game in?
I've got this in my notes app.
Okay.
Let me look this up.
Most
I've been to a lot of ballparks.
What professional sport have you seen the most of? You think in person?
I mean, still probably baseball.
What?
Maybe hockey.
Okay.
We try when we travel. That's the first thing we look at is there a pro sporting event going on?
Yeah.
That's the first thing we look for.
I've seen about the same on a lot, I think. I've seen a smattering of NBA games, probably 10, 12. I've seen probably about 8 to 10 NFL games in person. And Major League, I've probably seen more baseball. You're right, because we used to go to Cubs games when I was a kid. But
There's
not
way
that many
more
more
of them, though. Like it's just way more of them going on. I feel like.
But if you don't live in a market, it's not that easy.
Right.
It's like if I lived in Chicago, I would have seen hundreds of Cubs games by now.
Right.
Justin, I think I've seen, and this is parks that don't exist anymore in the current parks, 27 Major League ballparks. Minor league parks, I think I've been to 50, and I don't think I updated from last year in college baseball. I think I've been to maybe 27 or 28 college ballparks.
I've been to 2 defunct baseball parks.
Which one? What have you seen?
Well, Old Bush.
Defunct Old Bush, is that what you're saying?
And I saw Oakland in Oakland.
Oh, see, I would
they
have
were
liked to
playing
see
there.
that stadium just to see the hills out there. But
It takes such a beating, but I really enjoyed the experience there. It was we had a good time.
I'm so excited to go back to Fenway. I haven't been since '99. It's changed a lot. We've got 5th row seats near the first base dugout.
How'd you get those?
They were open. They were available.
Huh.
That's what I was thinking.
Outrageous or not bad?
It was like $650 for 4 tickets.
Okay.
Which I thought was a really good
It's not
deal.
ungodly.
No, I think
for
that's-
Red Sox tickets.
Yeah, I agree. For that good of seats.
But I'm going to get a chance to take my son. You know, it's his first time there. We went to see Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium a couple years ago, and just trying to pass the love along. And he'll be calling it a fair pull too.
He's learning, right?
He is my son.
I saw
can't wait.
Yankees at Red Sox. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it says your son's going to get beat up at school. That's cool. Good job.
We did Wrigley 3 years ago, Yankee last year, Fenway coming up this year, and that's
What's the
fun.
next one? What's the next big park you'd love to have, Matt? All costs aside, like what's the ballpark you'd love for him to see that he hasn't been to? He's been to Pittsburgh, I assume.
Yeah, they've been to a game there. I'd like to see a game in Seattle. It
I
looks like
agree.
an awesome ballpark. T-Mobile.
Well, it's a good place to be in the summertime for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Weather's good out
Roof
there.
open. I want the roof open.
Obviously, yes. All right, 11:58. Hour 2 is up. Hour 3 is after the break, of course. And we will return momentarily in the zone.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report. Every weekday with Justin and Phil on the Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit HeartlandRehabCenter.com.
Razorback football, basketball, and baseball right here on your home of the Hogs. 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Members of the Pine Bluff community are trying to get to the bottom of recent issues with the school district. In April, district officials told parents about a phishing scam where more than $3 million were stolen in December. Other concerns people have include the district superintendent resigning, an F rating at the state level, and delays to the new high school building. The Little Rock chapter of the organization Public School Strong was invited to a discussion to help find the best ways to move forward. People in the community say the goal is to continue community events and possibly have a Public School Strong chapter in Pine Bluff. And the new Buc-ee's location in Benton is set to hire about 200 people. Starting pay is between $20 and $25 an hour. To apply, you need to go to the Buc-ee's website to be invited for an interview. This multi-day event ends tomorrow at 4 p.m. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Mostly sunny through the morning hours, then we will begin to cloud up this afternoon, and some isolated showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible. That's a 20% chance of rain. We'll have a high of 92 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, and then we'll drop off to 74. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
This is Justin Acri. If shoulder or elbow pain is affecting your daily life, the fellowship-trained physicians at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health are here to help. They offer advanced care for injuries, arthritis, rotator cuff problems, and more, helping you feel better, move better, and get back to everyday life. Call 501-686-TOSH today to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, Royal Home Improvement is looking for 50 homes to participate in our summer savings event. We want to evaluate our exclusive Energy Star rated Thermo King windows in real homes. Call 1-800-565-1064 for Royal Home Improvement. 50 homeowners will receive promotional pricing. 75% off installation of a house full of new windows. Ask about zero interest financing, senior military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Walmart gift card with your window purchase. Plus a bonus, call 1-800-565-1064 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. Now have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Let me give you that number again, 1-800-565-1064. Royal also installs insulated vinyl siding, complete roofing systems, and full kitchen remodels. With 30 years in business and more than 30,000 satisfied customers, we manufacture, install, and guarantee our Thermo King windows. Call 1-800-565-1064. Remember, Royal Home Improvement is looking for 50 homes to participate in our summer savings event. 50 homeowners will save with 75% off installation of a house full of new windows. Now ask about zero interest financing, senior military discounts, and you'll receive a $200 Walmart gift card with your window purchase from Royal. Plus a bonus. Call 1-800-565-1064 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with your estimate. Zip code and location are important. Call 1-800-565-1064. That's 1-800-565-1064 or online at royalwindows.com.
What's up, guys? It's official. The Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour is coming to a city near you. 22 cities across the U.S.,
including yours. Sunday, July 12th in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Simmons Bank Arena.
A brand new tour, brand new battle, bigger and better than ever.
Dude Perfect in North Little Rock on July 12th.
Squad Games is officially coming into arenas.
Tickets and information at dudeperfect.com/tour.
The two best words in sports, Game 7.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Every time I see a dog wearing one of those cones, it's always funny. But as our insanely energetic hound Mavis has been wearing one since her surgery, it's actually rather sad. She keeps looking at me with the expression, "Why are you making me wear this?" I hate it. Every dog wearing the so-called cone of shame wears that look of betrayal. I've dreaded that I had to do this, and I've tried to make it up to her by bringing her some Chester's chicken from Doublebee's, which of course covers a multitude of sins. If you know someone who's been wearing the cone of shame, stop by a Doublebee's near you for a peace offering. It might be a snack or one of our homemade sandwiches, catfish on Fridays, hamburgers, pizza, cookies. The list goes on and on. Doublebee's, it's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, not a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear. Cause Ryder was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verse? This dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots. His stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stuff. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Call him Ryder, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's the type women wanna be with them rappers. Hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime. This is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you.
Welcome back, 1208 in the zone on a wonderful Wednesday. Good day, sunshine. Thanks for being with us, Moose and Phil.
Moose, thanks for the ride yesterday. I really appreciated that.
You're welcome, brother.
And he took you home.
Hey.
All right.
But that's going to cost you extra.
How'd you feel? Did you have a huge meal last night? Did you eat a 6-pound steak?
It's like you would think you want to, but it is the epitome of eyes much larger than your stomach.
Sure. I know that feeling.
The day when you have that colonoscopy. Yeah. So, and you know what I really wanted? I wanted the greasiest cheeseburger with 6 slices of bacon on it.
Mm-hmm.
All I ended up having were a couple of eggs with cheese.
Okay.
And it was fine. Filled me up just fine.
Filled you up. By the way, if you missed it yesterday, Phil had a colonoscopy.
Got good news, too.
Because it's important.
No polyps.
It's an important thing.
Time for you to schedule yours.
Quite the advocate. We can do it right now.
Get on the phone. We got one right there.
No gloves necessary.
Why don't you do the Katie Couric thing?
Why don't you do whatever you're doing and don't worry about me? I am having all sorts of issues.
You remember when Katie Couric did that on the Today Show?
She do it live?
Yes. She had a colonoscopy live on television, but I don't remember if she was awake for it or not.
How big was the curtain? I mean, like, you got to really make sure you're not seeing nothing. It's Katie Couric.
Right.
She's a full journalist, like a real one.
She's a full journalist.
A real one.
It's more of an inside report.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't. I've lost my mind. Anywho.
Well, what are you looking for, Chief?
My papers.
Do you need a vacation?
I do. I'm out of sorts.
It's been like a month. Ugh. Poor guy.
Shut up.
My wife's in L.A. without me right now, too.
Like 6 different stacks
I'm
of
ready to get
paper.
outta here.
One of the pieces of paper you're looking for is in there.
No, I don't know that it is. I may have just left. Oh, that's not it. Oh, I don't know.
No.
Well, we'll just have to wing it. Charles Barkley, did you guys see this? Apparently got invited to the wedding. The wedding with Kelsey and Taylor.
You hear that, Nighthawk?
And said he didn't go. He said,
I don't think the food would be very good.
He said it was going to be a crap show, is what he said. And here's the weirder part of this, and this is why I was hoping that Joe would be here today. This is the quote. I don't go to weddings or funerals, but I did get an invite, and I politely declined because I thought it was going to be a crap show. I love Travis and Jason, and I've only met Taylor one time, but yeah, I did get an invite. But I said, it's just too much. I just want to hang out and play golf, and I don't want to dress up and all that other stuff. But I appreciate the invitation. It was pretty special.
That's a guy who just wants to be on vacation.
I know the feeling. But the thing is, to me, I don't go to weddings or funerals. If your mother dies, you're not going.
I don't think he means that.
If your kid gets married, you're not going.
He can't mean that, right?
I used to have a policy when I was younger and single and very broke. Now I'm just a little broke. If it was an out-of-town wedding, if I was not in the wedding, I did not go. That was my policy.
My policy was I will miss a traveler baseball game if I'm in the wedding.
Okay.
So there were 3 weddings that I missed because of that.
I've never missed a game for any other conflict, ever.
Now, I've got something I got to think about this next baseball season.
Football, I've never missed. I missed basketball, a couple of basketball things because there was a buzz conflict or something I had to be at, but I've never missed a football game.
My daughter graduates from Central High School next May.
Uh-huh.
That'll be a baseball weekend.
Yep.
I got to miss the game. I got to be at my daughter's high school graduation.
Well, you hope it's a home series and you miss a game,
exactly.
Maybe. Or maybe, it would have to be the perfect scenario, though, where maybe the graduation's on a weekday.
Sometimes it's early.
Yeah,
Sometimes
right.
it's like midday, too.
Yeah.
Let's have
Maybe it'll be at 7 a.m.
We're going to have a 10 o'clock graduation in the morning. I'll just skip the zone, and then I'll make it up for a 7 o'clock first pitch.
Damn, we got dumped so fast.
I
we
think
came way low on the totem pole.
If you don't dump us for that, that's stupid. I wouldn't let you come to work. I think you are important enough to the fabric of Razorback fandom that they should schedule, and this is going to sound dumb, but I'm serious, they should schedule the graduation around your schedule.
I'm all for it, man.
I mean, honestly, like if you got a game at 4, they need to do the graduation at 8.
I still have to miss some baseball games for women's basketball, so there is that too. But I'd all be for them scheduling around my schedule. Why not?
I know it sounds
I'm
cocky.
okay with that.
I shouldn't say that about very many people, but I think you are such a big part of what Razorback fans look forward to when it comes to baseball that it would be disappointing if you couldn't do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to her graduation. I mean, it's a big deal. These things happen once. I'll miss for a high school graduation. I'll miss for a college graduation. I'll miss when, my kids get married, have a child. I did miss traveler games when my kids were born. We planned it out so perfectly that they were both born in the middle of the baseball season, so I miss games for that. There's just certain things that you'll miss for. But I'm not one of these people that be like, no, I don't do funerals. I don't do weddings. You send me an invite, I got the time, I'll be there.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's for him more of like the way it sounds, since it's Charles Barkley, it's like a laziness and I'll send a gift, but I don't want to deal with like the traffic of it or the getting ready or the flying. Like that's what he didn't want to deal with.
I know some people who don't do weddings or don't do funerals just because they can't handle it.
A downer.
It's like it's too much of a downer, right? There's other people who don't want to go to the weddings, because they feel pressure to have fun or be personable or everything. And I think that's kind of what Charles was saying there.
Yeah.
He's been personable, well, really. I just think he's used to doing the pregame show at Madison Square Garden for TNT. It was just there wasn't a pregame show to do for the wedding.
Look, I'd love to never put a suit on again the rest of my life. That'd be great. However, I do have some really nice suits. Thanks, Bell and Sword. Speaking of, see what I did there?
That's a segue.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
This is going to be quite the piece together birthday deal, I'll tell you that. I literally don't know what I did with this list. I mean, I had it. It's not in my draft, so I clearly printed it out. It might be attached to one of y'all's packets, but don't look. All right. If it doesn't work out here, you guys, I can see a gig for both of you. The legendary game show Jeopardy is hiring a new person, and it's a very unique position. New clue writer. The ideal candidate would demonstrate wit and clarity and must also be able to pass the show's infamous contestant quiz, where topics range from U.S. geography to opera, science, and superhero sidekicks.
And remember that you're basically coming up with answers. You got to come with the answers.
Sure.
And then the question.
I think the formatting's not that difficult.
And you have to sit them in groups. Like, they need to be categorized.
Yeah.
Too.
Now, this is not for the host. This is for
you're just the writer.
The clue specialist.
But it's a good job.
I think it'd be tough.
The gig will earn anywhere from $132,000 to $178,000. Scoring the job will be harder than betting it on the Daily Double, though. It says wannabe Clue crew members must submit to the standard Jeopardy Anytime online quiz, which screens for show contestants by asking 50 questions with just 15 seconds to answer each one. I don't think just because you can't answer questions doesn't mean you can't come up with good questions.
Yeah.
You've got to know where to look.
Because you've got them in front of you. Yeah, you could just be doing research for that.
I'd rather be the host. I have all the answers in front of me. It's easier.
You probably have to pass a test to become the host, too.
I don't know, because you get all the questions in advance. Like, you could study up on it. And, again, all you got to do is be a little condescending, like, I can't believe you didn't know that.
I've watched...
How'd you know? Well, I had the answers in front of me.
I haven't watched much with Jennings, but when I would watch with Trebek, it'd always make me laugh. The in-between, like in the middle of the first round when they had the commercial break, and he would do the, like, one by one through the contestant and talk to him. He was so awkward and uncomfortable, and he would be kind of rude, a little bit. I loved the guy, but that part was so bad.
He was always ready to get back to his podium.
Yeah, or he'd just kind of like lightly roast the person and then just move on. Like he'd go, haha, that's dumb, and then just take another step forward away from him. And that part would be a blast to me.
Is Blossom still hosting sometimes? My Ymbiolic?
I don't know.
It's her and Jennings.
She did a little.
I thought they got a permanent.
It's Jennings.
Yeah, I think he became permanent host. New research suggests multilingualism significantly slows brain aging. Mm-hmm. Say that in another language. Scientists analyzed brain connectivity in 872 people from Spain's Basque region who spoke 1 to 4 languages. Results were striking. Bilingual speakers had brains appearing 6 years younger than monolinguals. Oh, you're just a monolingual. That's all you are.
Aren't you learning a language now?
See? 3 language speakers gained 7 years, and 4 language speakers showed brains nearly 13 years younger. Want to stave off CTE? Here you go.
Learn a language?
Yeah.
That's what I got to do?
A study found that earlier language acquisition and higher fluency amplified benefits. Researchers plan future studies focusing on neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. I think that's a great idea.
See, and I think that learning languages probably fits in at the same time with learning how to play an instrument.
Yes.
Learning how to dance.
What about drums? Does drums count?
Sure. It's an instrument.
It's much easier to learn when you're young. Your brain is designed to be soaking that up when you're younger.
Also, you haven't punished it with alcohol yet.
Yeah.
Well, some people say punish. Some people say...
Treated it too?
Exactly.
Unlocked.
Might be one of those people. But, you got to find a way to learn more things as you get older. And Moose, to your point, probably learning Spanish would be a little easier than learning how to play the guitar.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to be good at something that's comfortable. Every time I stand over a golf shot, I think...
This
Where the hell is this going?
This is not comfortable.
When I watch people play guitar, and I've tried to play guitar a little bit, like my uncle tried to teach me as a kid, and I don't have particularly large hands anyway. I don't know if that is a big help or not, but I'm just like, this is uncomfortable. And I watch guys play guitar, and I think, yeah, that looks very difficult. It just doesn't make sense to me. I want to be good at something that's comfortable to me. There isn't anything.
Could sit.
Well, is radio comfortable for you?
Yeah.
You want something else to be good at.
I want something to be good at, I said. Not just something that I can do every day.
Well, you need a hobby. Well,
I
you
have
got
hobbies.
a hobby.
I'm just not good at them.
And they're the annoying ones.
Chess, I play. Not good.
And you're annoyed at chess.
I'm annoyed at golf because I want to be better than I am.
What could be out there that wouldn't be cooking? When you make something that you don't quite like very much, you're going to be annoyed at yourself.
Well, when that happens, I'll let you know.
It's got to be cheap, too, though. If I'm picking up a new hobby, I can't just throw all the money into it and then be like, oh, never mind, I suck at this or I hate this.
I'm not good at pickleball, but I do enjoy it.
It's cheap hobby.
I just felt stupid when I played pickleball with you guys, and I could never remember all the rules, especially it's like, wait, I can't get up to the net? This is dumb.
You stay out of the kitchen and just learn how to announce the score, and that's really all there is to it.
And remember that you got to serve underhandish.
Yeah, you can't
submarine-ish.
spike it, yeah.
We still got to go play. When you're back, we'll go play.
Okay, as soon as I get back, then Phil will be gone. And you and I can go play with Adam and then tell him how great it was.
Deal.
All right. Last thing here for the entertainment report, then we'll do birthdays, which, again, it's going to be an adventure. I'm going to be looking up information about these people in real time.
Did you print it out?
I don't know, Moose. I'm completely out of sorts. And the funny thing is, I got up at 4 a.m. I just woke up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get up.
It's not in this packet you gave me.
Yeah, not in mine.
Okay. After I told you both not to look, you both looked. I see how you are.
Well, I would have known that that's what it was.
Yeah, I got you.
From a glance.
Last thing here, Obsession, the film, has officially become the highest-grossing film ever made on a budget of $1 million or less. It cost $750,000 to make that movie. The return on investment is $537. It says here. The gross over $400 million. Isn't that crazy?
That just means there's going to be an Obsession 2.
Obviously. Enter the Dragon. And again, you got to look at eras. Enter the Dragon, $470 was the return on investment. They spent $850,000 on the movie. It's crazy. They spent $100,000 more on Enter the Dragon in 1973 than they spent on Obsession in 2025. But it made right at $400 million. The Blair Witch Project, third. Rocky, number 4. Paranormal Activity, American Graffiti, a movie called To Fly from 1976.
T-O-O Fly?
T-O.
Dang.
American Graffiti and Rocky.
Yeah.
These are movies that cost under how much to make again?
$1 million.
Under $1 million to
Rocky
make.
was $1 million.
Wow.
It says $1 million or less. American Graffiti was $777. Way of the Dragon, $130,000, made $130 million. Space Station 3D, $1 million project, $128 million, and Shaolin Temple, $264,000, made $111 million. So there you go.
Got to see this movie.
Calvin Klein needs to get in on this.
I'm surprised you've not seen Obsession yet.
Well, I think it's streaming now, so don't have soccer to watch today, so I'll watch that tonight.
I haven't yet either, but it's streaming. It's more than a movie ticket. It's $20 to buy.
Yeah, but it's
That
way
kills me.
cheaper. Yeah, but Moose, you got to look at the big picture, buddy.
$35 to go to the movies if you want popcorn and a soda.
I wish.
I'm sneaking snacks in.
You take a family of 4, you're at $75 to $100.
But what if I'm just a loser and going by myself?
Yeah, you're $30 probably. I mean, it's you go to a matinee, it's like $12, right? I mean, depends where you go, I guess. But yeah, a bucket of pop. I mean, problem is too, you can't get like normal size stuff.
And you can't sneak popcorn in.
A small is outrageous, by the way.
You can sneak so many different kind of candies in, but you literally has anybody ever snuck popcorn into a movie?
Only if you're invisible.
And stick it in your prison wallet.
I don't. I really wish you guys would quit using that term. I don't sneak things into movies. I buy them at the theater because they have a business to run.
You've never, you've never put a pack of M&Ms in your pocket.
I wouldn't say
walking?
I've never done it. I'd say I don't do it as a rule.
Okay.
Because they deserve their money.
I always
And
buy
know-
a drink. I always buy a drink.
I know that you get a gallon of soda for $12. They don't make much money on the films, and if you want to keep being able to go to films, you need to, support them with concessions. That's just my policy. You do what you want. Last thing here. Got a note here. Oh, totally different.
Do people sneak food into Travelers games? It's the same idea.
Movie is the only thing I've ever put snacks in me to take. Yeah,
in me. Nobody sneaks in M&Ms to a baseball game or a bag of peanuts to a baseball game. They are
Maybe.
inexpensive. I don't know.
Maybe. I just remember one of my best friends with his dad. He would bring an apple to a Steelers game. Just walk into the stadium
bizarre.
with an apple. It was hilarious. We'd tailgate for 2 hours. We would be sloppy drunk in the upper deck, and then Stan, my friend's father, shows up sitting next to us. We can barely see straight, and he breaks an apple out of his wallet and bites it in front of us.
What do you mean, an apple out of his wallet?
I mean, out of his pocket.
Out of his prison wallet.
Again.
Oh, man.
Again.
I snuck like a whole 20 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings into the movies once. I just had a Ziploc bag in the car. Just dumped
This
them
is
in.
Kramer-like.
Yeah.
How do you manage to do this?
It's a full feast.
All right.
I had a jacket.
That's pretty good. That's amazing, actually. That still one-ups me. But in the days before...
And potato wedges.
And I don't like to go... every theater has alcohol now, but I don't drink at movies. But we were going to see Girls Trip, and it was a double date. When my buddy and I were married, we took our wives. And
great film, by the way.
It is so much fun.
It's very funny.
So we're like, you know what? This is going to be a stupid, fun, silly film, and it'd be nice to have a little buzz. And so we went to a local restaurant. I won't name it. I've never been back there either. It was fine. But anyway, the guy poured us a bunch of big vodka sodas, and he put them in a styrofoam cup for us. Yeah. And he's like, I didn't see anything. And we just hid them under our the girls put them in their purses, I guess.
Yeah.
And we sat there and drank vodka sodas and watched Girls Trip.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was funny. But they didn't sell it.
Right.
I don't feel bad about sneaking something in that you don't have.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I sneak in chips sometimes. They
They
don't
have chips. They don't?
They
They
have
tortilla
nachos.
chips, yeah.
Yeah, but that's it.
I think, it's 2026. This is a complaint. I think we should have elevated. Nachos should have come further than they have by now.
They've
Don't you
gotten
think?
worse.
In some ways, yes.
The cheese is not as good as it used to be.
The plain, terrible ballpark cheese has gotten worse. You're right. Like, into even a worse version of itself.
I feel like the chips should be better. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like we would have gotten further with this by now.
I used to see, now I wasn't involved in how the food was made at Trav's games, but Bill Valentine was so into making sure that you cut the nacho cheese with just a specific amount of jalapeno juice. So the nachos back in the day at Trav's games were the bomb. They were the best. And it's like and it's not just the Travs, it's everywhere. It's one of those little machines you push the button.
Nobody cares
And
anymore.
it's a cheese-ish sauce sort of a thing.
Yeah, where's the dedication and commitment to greatness when it comes to ballpark nachos for $3?
I will say this. You remember when barbecue nachos came out and we were like, what?
Yeah.
You can put pork and barbecue sauce on this too? I don't know if it's gotten much farther past that.
I don't know what else you want to put on there. Like, what do you want to do? Like, cut up hamburger meat and put it on there?
I don't know. It's just what would be the next thing? Fried chicken and pickled onions?
It's less about
sounds
the
great,
innovation of what goes on top, but how you're spreading it, I think, is the issue.
Well-
you need a good ratio of everything to everything.
That's always been my issue with
Yeah.
nachos. The distribution's an issue.
Yeah.
Too much center. It's the same with poutine. I don't want the sogginess. It's
Agreed.
got to be crispy.
There is a local place, I will say it, and I won't name them because they don't spend money, but there's a local place that does nachos that their chips are different. They're almost like multigrain, and they are delicious. And the distribution is phenomenal. And it's barbecue. The way we get it, we have cheese on it. It's got all the veggies and stuff, and it's got tons of chicken and stuff. It's top notch. But generally speaking, I find distribution an issue.
In your sports watching life, when you're at events, what have you eaten more? Is it nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers? For me, nachos all the way.
Oh, burgers are way down on the list.
Yeah, it's nachos for sure.
Hot dogs for sure for me, by far, not even close.
I try to stay away from hot dogs now after that little incident about a month ago.
I
You could
never.
get pictured too. Someone could just snap a bad angle of you.
I went years without eating. I mean, nachos was never even in the thought process.
Years without eating nachos?
At the ballpark.
Do you ever make them at home?
Yeah, if I smoke meat, I love to do pulled pork nachos the next day or within a couple of days.
It's like a real simple, plate of nachos, throw the shredded cheese on it, put that in the microwave, take it out. There you go. Simple nachos for World Cup.
You simple, foolish man.
Yep.
You're so cute, fair pool boy.
What do you want to do? You want to make a cheese sauce?
Yes.
You can do that too.
That's what you do. You get the nachos, you layer them, you sauce them, you put some meat on them, you layer them again, and then you sauce them again, and more meat, and a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then your jalapenos and tomatoes and whatever else you want.
Sounds delicious.
And then you maybe throw a little bit of grated cheese over the top and then melt it in there in the oven like a grown-up.
That's 10 times longer. Everything you described was so time-consuming compared to the cheese on the chips in the microwave.
Grown-ups use microwaves.
Mine tastes exponentially better. All right, the next time I do barbecue, you guys can come over and we'll make nachos together. It'll be
It
fun.
worked, Phil.
It'll
It
be
worked.
a fun little team project. That's good. Was that all it was? Okay, you little suckers. Okay, nice work.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Well, would you like some ballpark food? We can help you out. Actually, you got to buy it, but we'll give you the tickets to go to the game. Trav's tickets up for grabs at 501-661-1037. 501-661-1037. Right now, call in, and you, too, can go to the ballpark for free.
Nachos used to be such a big thing for me at the ballpark. So maybe I was 13 at summer camp, and we had a nighttime Pirates game that we went to, and all my friends, they'd start daring me to do it, and I ended up eating the largest stack of pickled jalapenos that I've ever had in my life. It's, I don't know, maybe like 6 inches long, and I don't think I got off the toilet the next day. It was a really painful day.
I don't think we have to do that thing where we tell each other everything. Ray, you're going to be with Moose, and Johnny, you'll be with Toilet Boy. Toilet Boy and Moose.
It's 2 days in a row, too.
You're really enough already. All right. This guy is an actor, kinda. His mother is an actress, kinda. His dad's an actor and a rapper. And the only reason he probably is an actor is because his parents are both
Jaden
actors.
Smith.
Jaden Smith, Phil, is how old today?
Jaden Smith is 25?
No.
26.
28. You know what? I can do an audio clue on this one. If I had my list earlier, I would have been able to do it then. I swear to you guys, I did this morning. I just don't know where it ended up.
We trust you.
There are other songs from this gentleman, but I'm going to play this one because it's the most famous one.
Oh, I know. Beck. Yeah. The loser, baby.
How old is Beck?
He still puts out great stuff.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't listened to anything from him lately.
50.
50 today, you say.
Beck is 60.
Beck is 56, Phil, by a nose.
Brad Pitt and him were hanging out at the World Cup.
I don't know if this guy likes pork or not, but you would think he would with his name. He was in the original A Few Good Men and the original Footloose.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's exactly right. How old is he?
Kevin Bacon is 66.
62.
68, if you can believe it. He is aging beautifully. This guy is an actor. I liked Meet Joe Black. Not everyone does.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. That's how I describe him. He was also in a TV show where he played a couple of different roles.
On the same show?
Yeah. He also has done some voice work. He earned 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series out of 3 nominations. He played Maura Pfefferman on Transparent. I think that's what I was thinking.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey Tambor. Good job. Good get.
Larry Sanders Show would have given it away for me.
I didn't watch
Arrested
that.
Development.
Okay, well, you guys are really big fans of Jeffrey Tambor, I guess.
Are y'all Arrested Development people?
Hey now! He was Hey Now Hank on Larry Sanders.
He was good.
How old is he?
Jeffrey Tambor is 84.
80.
82, no point. This guy's a famous chef. His last name makes you think you might eat his food at a hockey game.
Wolfgang Puck.
That's exactly right. Phil, how old? Moose.
Wolfgang Puck is 61.
Wolfgang Puck is 66.
He's 77.
Jeez.
And last but not least, it's an Academy Award-winning actress. She was cast in the role by her father, who was a famous director.
Sofia Coppola.
No, but that's a good guess. She did not win an Academy Award as an actress because she was not great, but she's a good director.
More.
This woman, she was a model apparently too, although I never found her to be particularly fetching. But she is a very good actress for sure. She's kind of tall for, a woman. Can you say that? Is that demeaning? She's tall for a woman? Anyway, she also used to be with Jack Nicholson as a couple.
Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston. That's what gave it away, huh? Yeah, typical misogynist. Unless I talk about the man she was with, she's not worthwhile. I get it.
I've seen these videos. Maybe you've seen it on Twitter. There's like an interview that Nicholson's doing in the late 70s, and he answers the phone in the middle of the interview, and it's Angelica Houston, and he's talking about what they're doing that night. They kept it on camera, too.
Yeah. Well, she won Best Supporting Actress for her role in Pritzi's Honor, which is a good one. How old is she today?
Angelica Houston is 83.
No.
75.
Bingo. Bango.
No way.
You still lost. But Phil, very offensive all the way around on your part. I mean,
that's
just
what
really.
I love offense.
Yeah, very.
There's a new Houston that's been in a bunch of stuff lately. Jack. I don't know how
Nut?
he's related. I thought it'd be her brother, but maybe younger.
Oh, different Houston. You're saying last name. Okay.
Remember,
It's her nephew.
By the way, Johnny, congratulations. Enjoy your Travs tickets, and good luck with the nachos and peanuts.
Remember, Angelica Houston played the head witch in The Witches. That's a great movie.
What's The Witches?
Roald Dahl book.
It was a book, yeah.
It's a kid's movie, but it's really creepy.
What's it about? I know witches, but could you narrow it down? Like, give me a
Essentially,
synopsis.
it's a gathering of witches at this. I haven't seen this in so. There's a gathering of witches, and the kids get trapped in there and get turned into mice.
Yeah.
Right?
And the witches live among us, and you don't know that they're witches.
You don't know that they're witches.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I just remember the look that when she pulled her face off.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It was like PG too, I think.
Well, back in the day, PG was fairly encompassing in a lot of things. Did they say the F word a lot? It's probably PG. All right. This segment brought to you in part by our friends at FanDuel. Again, if you want to wager, they are here to help you, and in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, available all over the state of Arkansas. But you have to be in the state of Arkansas to wager, and you have to be 21 as well. There are terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But most importantly, if you want to wager on soccer, that's the place to do it. They also have the super sub deal, which is where if your player gets subbed out, your bet stays in. So if Messi sits down because he scored so many goals, but his sub comes in and scores, guess what? Still counts for you. So whether it happens early, late, or deep into stoppage time makes no difference. Don't worry. You're going to be in the game with the super sub, courtesy of our friends at FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports. Because you don't want your player getting subbed out and then losing your bet. I don't need to watch anymore. No, you do, because the sub is going to take it over for you. Pretty awesome. Anyway, that's FanDuel, and it's 12:37.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
This is SportsCenter.
The quarterfinals are set in the World Cup. Argentina advanced to the round of 8 after a thriller against Egypt yesterday. The Pharaohs were up 2-0 with only 11 minutes left in regulation when Argentina got a goal from Christian Romero to cut the lead in half. Then only 4 minutes later, Lionel Messi tied it up with his 8th goal of the tournament, giving him the lead in the Golden Boot race. After a frantic final few minutes, Argentina got one more goal just before the end of regulation. A header from Enzo Fernandez gave them the 3-2 win to head to the quarterfinals. The other match yesterday was the exact opposite of that one, with Switzerland advancing past Colombia on penalty kicks after a 0-0 tie through regulation and extra time. Today is the first day without World Cup games, but France face Morocco tomorrow for a spot in the semifinals. I'm Moose with the Buzz Radio Network.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
The Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back. It's going down July 18th from 5 to 8 at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at 1037thebuzz.com. Sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. It's the Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Looking for something unique to do in Little Rock? Head to the Museum of Discovery. Explore hands-on exhibits, try real science experiments, and meet live animals up close. Little ones will love the Small Fry Fish Camp Gallery, designed just for early learners. Catch an electrifying bipolar musical Tesla coil show or live science demonstration during your visit. And with special events happening all the time, there's always something new to experience for all ages. So plan your visit and check out upcoming events at museumofdiscovery.org.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Welcome back to The Zone, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
It's from Arkansas. I hope it's good.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, what the hell is coming up momentarily? It is 12:41 in The Zone, and we appreciate you tuning in. And if you're thinking about lunch, we all are. I'm starving because Joe didn't come see us today. 501-850-0265 is the phone number to Cash to set up a special event. And if you want to get reservations, it's very simple. You can go to their website, cashlittlerock.com. You can cash you outside or cash you inside. It doesn't matter because you're going to get delicious food either way. They do have a nice patio, by the way, on the ground floor and upstairs. They've got that really cool space up top so you can kind of look over the river market like you're the king of the world. You're not on the front of the Titanic. Good news is you won't sink. You sink your teeth into some delicious food, though. They've got great salads, awesome lunch, entrees, and options, and, of course, for dinner. Let me just run you through a couple. The tuna wontons are off the charts. The crab claws are outstanding. I think they're the most slept-on appetizer they have. The candied bacon that comes out on the rack, absolutely fantastic. And the smoked pork belly with the presentation when they pull the big cover off of it and the smoke rises up. It's just an incredible experience. So if you're trying to impress somebody, it's a great place to go. And if you're just trying to have a good time with friends in a casual setting, guess what? Cash is also great for that. Now, listen, it's fine dining, but it's also very approachable. And it's delicious. And it's great space to have a special event. 501-850-0265. Set yours up now. Up to 150 people upstairs. Take it over and have a great time, and they will help you set up your special event. A very memorable night or day at Cash awaits you right now. We got What the Hell coming up in just a few minutes, and by a few minutes, I mean right this second. Are you guys ready?
Do it.
What the hell, bro?
What the hell's going on here?
What the hell's the matter with you?
I got a spicy story right out of the gate, boys. Let's head to Delaware County, Ohio. A semi-truck leaked 40,000 pounds of Frank's Red Hot sauce on I-71 last week during a heat wave exceeding 100 degrees. The sauce began leaking Tuesday as the truck traveled north, leaving a trail that firefighters followed to a nearby truck stop.
They really do put that stuff on everything.
I would.
On the road. While the incident drew humor online, the fire chief warned of real consequences. There are some cars, a lot of vehicles that may have potentially been damaged, he says. One driver reportedly spent $30 on car washes without removing the staining. Bad deal.
That will stick with you for a while, won't it?
It always blows me away when they find new species of animals and when they find things that probably, well, they've been there the whole time. It's just amazing that now you're just coming across them. Archaeologists at the Alamo, apparently they're still digging around that place, have discovered a second cannonball believed to date to the historic 1836 battle. Never heard of it.
A second one?
The iron cannonball unearthed June 2nd, just 3 months after a bronze cannonball was found nearby. Now they've got to find a gold and a silver.
So they didn't find these two cannonballs until this year.
Both were recovered outside the northeast corner of the Alamo Church at nearly identical depths, suggesting neither had been disturbed once since the battle. Wow. Senior historian Colby Lanham believes the cannonballs came from opposing sides. The bronze one belonged to the Mexican Army, and the iron one to the Texans.
That's shocking.
Thank you.
You think about the idea of everything that's been unearthed around the Alamo. Have you ever been to the Alamo?
Yes.
It's
Pee Wee Herman was there with me.
Really small, but it is an amazing place.
It really is.
It's as peaceful as a place as you'll ever see.
Well, you should have been there in 1836, buddy. Not so peaceful then.
Not so peaceful then, when these cannonballs were flying all over the place.
I'm telling you, buddy. I had Jim Bowie to my right and a whole bunch of other guys to my left, and I was like, we're in big trouble, boys.
And then you grabbed your coonskin cap and hustled the other way.
I told Jim that dumb knife of yours ain't going to do us any good now. There's cannonballs flying at us, for God's sakes. Duck!
Cannonball coming!
Midair.
Oh, that's a different movie, sorry.
Let's go to Columbia, Missouri. Missouri man wearing a promotional shirt from a bail bondsman got arrested, violating his release terms. Ethan Zane Adams, 22, originally placed on 2 years probation following a 24 conviction. He allegedly violated probation with a new DWI and domestic assault arrest. The judge set the bond at $3,000. The interesting part is the T-shirt he was wearing was a promotion for the bail bonds company that he owns.
Is his name Chico?
He skipped his June 24th hearing, prompting an arrest warrant. Deputies caught him a week later, and he posed for his July 2nd mugshot, still wearing the Jesus BB shirt. That's what the name of the company is. Jesus BB Bail Bonds.
He did this on purpose.
Or Jesus.
He did this on purpose. That's just marketing.
You think so?
Yeah. We're talking about it. We wouldn't have heard that name.
You really, if you're a bail bondsman, you're supposed to market yourself through Little League uniforms.
That's true.
That's how it's done.
Yeah. Future criminals of America. Pay attention. St. Augustine, Florida, the side of this one. Michelle Bannister. You guys know her? She's not related to the guy that broke the 4-minute mile. A 47-year-old nurse practitioner faces felony charges after allegedly attacking another player with a pickleball paddle during a May 31st dispute at a park in St. Augustine.
He was in the kitchen, Justin.
Police say she struck 50-year-old Ron Bannett several times in the head with her paddle, causing facial cuts and significant bleeding. The incident began as an argument between Bannett and Bannister's son about playing style after their doubles match ended. Officers reported Bannister interjected herself into the dispute and attacked Bannett, though witnesses indicated no imminent threat existed. When police arrived, Bannister allegedly provided a false name, of course. The licensed nurse practitioner and former Marine Corps helicopter mechanic, it's an odd combination, was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, really, and giving false information to police. Do we really consider a pickleball paddle a deadly weapon?
True blood, apparently.
A baseball bat, maybe.
Depends on how many times it hits you. And some of those paddles are heavier than others.
Anything's a deadly weapon if you try hard enough.
That's what I'm saying. I could beat Phil to death with my coffee cup. It doesn't make it a deadly weapon.
If you really cared enough, you could.
You know? I don't.
The human in that case would be the deadly weapon. Stay out of the kitchen next time.
This is a great story because this kid's... I think there's a lot of facets to this story, and this will be our final one. You know how they said, the guy that said, I think it was Austin Powers said, Danger's my middle name? Was it Danger?
Anyway. I think it was, yes.
Joey Danger Evermore. Remember that name. Achieved a historic milestone by becoming the youngest person ever to summit El Capitan, California's massive granite formation in Yosemite. The child began his ascent at age 6 and reached the peak after celebrating his 7th birthday. Boy, that's a long climb. It was 5 days. He scaled the world's largest granite cliff alongside his father, Joe Evermore, brothers Sam and Sylvan, and a documentary team. Breaking the record is really cool, he says, and doing an impossible thing with my family means more with my dad up there. It's not impossible because you did it, so nice try. Doesn't that take away from everybody else who ever scaled El Capitan?
That was the whole Free Solo documentary, wasn't it?
Like if you're 50 and you're like, I did it. Yeah, it's like so to 7-year-old. Big deal. What else you got?
I remember there was a death at El Capitan last October.
Yeah, we call that natural selection, Phil, where I come from.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary about this. The guy, I can't remember his name, but he was in the Free Solo documentary was about going up El Capitan, wasn't it?
Did he live?
And then a child did. Yeah, no, he's still alive.
He didn't fall?
The same guy who did that did the...
He didn't fall?
No, he did
Inconceivable!
He did the most recent one that was like...
that word means what you think it means.
A building. There was like a building that they did for Netflix, some Netflix special. It's the same guy. But yeah, now a 6-year-old did it, and it feels less impressive.
That's what I thought. But his middle name is Danger, too. I think that's awesome.
Well, that just leads... what kind of
parent?
What kind of sequel do you have for this later on in life when you're in your 30s?
Oh, you skydive without a parachute.
I think you might, climb the entire Empire State Building just to ask your girlfriend to marry you.
That would be a good move. This final break of our show today is brought to you by our friends at UAMS. They are open for business today, and that's good news for you if you're like me and you're hurting real bad because you fell down real hard recently. Moose, something new is going wrong every day. Now I got lower back issues.
We'll see if we can get videos of that, too.
I will be so impressed if you can pull it off. I'd like to see it. Anyway, if you're in pain, go see our friends at UAMS. Don't sit around in pain like me. Go take care of business with our friends at UAMS. TOSH is what we call it lovingly, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. See it? You see it in there? Yeah, there you go. They've been open for quite a while now, and they are open right now from 8 until 8, Monday through Friday, 8 until noon on Saturday. So if you have an orthopedic problem of any sort, joint pain, sprained ankle, back pain, sports injury, doesn't matter how you got it, or something long-term like carpal tunnel or something else, they're here to help. Fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, x-rays on site, and the best possible care when you need it the most. Ortho Now. Available to you if you want to call ahead, you can. 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. Ready to receive you. Wait in pain no longer. Go get it taken care of, folks.
Uneven tire wear, poor handling, or suspension issues costing you money? Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock has you covered with heavy-duty alignments and tough, dependable U-bolts built for hard-working trucks and equipment. Proper alignment improves tire life, fuel economy, and performance, and their quality suspension components keep your fleet safe and road-ready. From headlight to taillight and everything in sight, Powers keeps your business moving. Visit PowersTruckParts.com today.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built for soccer fans. Because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading to the bench. Well, not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with the substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Ouachita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Ouachita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Ouachita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness. What if someone did play-by-play of your life? Example, what would it sound like if you visited, say, Genesis of Conway? There's the arrival. Look at the reaction on that face at seeing a dealership that is so luxurious. And going for a test drive now of a GV80, and the smile is huge. And here it comes, the big play, $8,000 off the price of that very same GV80. Let's hear it again in slow motion. $8,000 off. Winner, Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week, courtesy of D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas's #1 independent used car dealership, specializing in level and lifted trucks. D3Autosales.com.
You're listening to The Zone, Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show with Justin Acri, Bill Elson, and Moose.
Google us! We are magnificent.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, we're having a little extended what the hell here in just a second. We're going to finish up the show with that, and then we'll welcome in Wes. But I do have to do a What's on Tap, so let's do that first. Okay, all right.
What's on Tap, highlighting the biggest sporting events each day, is brought to you by Flyway Brewing. with locations in Argenta, Breckenridge Village, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
From the short grass with Trey Schapp on the Buzz 2 today at 6 o'clock. It'll replay tomorrow morning at 5:30 on the Buzz. And then the Arkansas Travelers taking on Amarillo on Buzz 2 today. First pitch is 7:05, pregame at 6:50. Television-wise, Wimbledon has been very entertaining today. We got Yankees trying to not strike out 17 times on Amazon Prime at Tampa today, 5:40. Philly and Cincy on ESPN. Cincinnati stinks on toast. And then you got Arizona and San Diego at 9 o'clock tonight on ESPN. And if you are like my father and you just really love Caitlin Clark, she's playing at Los Angeles with her Indiana Fever tonight on CNBC and USA at 9 o'clock. That is what's on tap. All right, Phil, get back to what the hell and give me a couple more stories from the day.
All right, I want to take you over to the Mets ballpark, Citi Field in Queens, where for some reason the Kansas City Royals felt like tying the record for most errors on one play.
Did they now?
Little tapper left to the mound. Lugo fielding, throwing on the run, and it gets on by Caglione. That'll bring in the game's first run as Ewing scores. Bichette to third, and all the way to second goes Benj. Now it's thrown to the backstop, and Bichette digging for the plate. He scores. Now the ball gets away again, and Benj will score.
That's called, they referred to it as a Little League home run, but that's not a Little League home run. Little League home run needs to get out of the infield. 3 errors on one play, throws by Nick Lofton, Seth Lugo, and Jack Caglianone. I've never seen 3 errors on one play. Tie is a Major League record. Well done, Royals. At least they won the game.
The second one was bad. Like, bad.
Yeah, well, the second one was terrible. It went past third base.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And then the last one. We take you to Big 12 Media Days. This is Sean Dillon, a Lubbock radio host. What the hell is he asking here?
My play, I'm actually looking at the defenses now. Last year,
that's the wrong one.
Oh, sorry.
That's actually another what the hell if you wanted to use it.
Sean Dillon. There he is.
Sean Dillon, Rocket Brigade. Commission, Texas Tech got fined over tortillas, and tortillas were banned outright. OSU paddles broke an noisemaker rule, has a tradition exemption. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders. Big 12 sued them anyway, while Cincinnati hasn't been yet touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe it?
Can you sit? Let me come closer to you. Stand up. Ask that question again, and I'm going to give you the answer I want to give you, so go ahead.
Texas Tech got fined for tortillas, and tortillas were banned outright. OSU has had paddles that were given a noisemaker exemption back in 2012. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders, and yet there is a lawsuit. Cincinnati has yet to be touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe them?
No, I didn't say greater than 12. You misquoted me. I said we're going forward as 16 strong, and that's my answer to your question. But thank you for that question. Appreciate it.
That was awful.
There really wasn't a question there.
You couldn't say tortillas right twice.
Tortillas.
Wes Moore can. He's got 10 seconds to tell us all about it.
Okay, we got Stephen Davis, voice of the Travelers, at 2:30. Andrew Hutchinson talking some Razorback sports with us at 1:30.
In a nutshell.
Quick enough?
Very nice, Wes.
John Daly joins the Mayhem Tuesday mornings, courtesy of Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership. From Goldwing trikes to side-by-sides, Honda of Russellville has an inventory no one else has. Check it out at hondaofrussellville.com.
Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram of Hot Springs presents the Spa City Classic, Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament. Over 150 different age groups and skill levels will compete this July 30th through August 2nd inside the Hot Springs Convention Center. Go to pickleballtournaments.com and view all the details on the Spa City Classic, sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Entry deadline July 15th. Go to pickleballtournaments.com and enter today.